At the bar radio here with Ace Hood. As you can see, he's already at the bar because he got some Ciroc. But I got to say, we just seen Ace Hood, real genuine dude. I salute you. I salute you. Like, just your humble and stuff. I appreciate every artist like you.
Yeah, at the bar radio.
Yeah, you already know this the king of Philly, man. At the bar radio, man. You already right.
Where to get lit at? You on your own. Just no white with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. It's a different day, no, it's same story, nigga. I've been winning, retire like I'm Robert Horry, nigga. They just thought they knew me, but I'm here to make my story bigger. Keep that Laker 40 with me, always know I had that clipper. She act Gilligan on my boat, bet I'm gon' skip her. If they start getting out of line, I bet I'm gon' get them. Pack a bag and book a flight, so they know I'm always trippin'. I've been Scotty with the right, so they always know I'm pimpin'. Well, I always say I got haters, cause they just know I'm living. Word to my brody came on, they just know I got a vision. The stove gotta stay on some no product missing. Government want us to stay home, go broke for politicians. Had to carry that weight, never dealt with the opposition. My homie tryna beat the case when he had no pot to piss. I'm tryna cop a bird, but he caught up with all them pigeons. And I can never chase when ain't no love when you got them riches. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just no white with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just no white with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. Yeah. Alright.
Hey, Tuna, you made this?
I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just no white with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just no white with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. It's a different day, no, it's same story, nigga. I've been winning, retire like I'm Robert Horry, nigga. They just thought they knew me, but I'm here to make my story bigger. Keep that Laker 40 with me, always know I had that clipper. She act Gilligan on my boat, bet I'm gon' skip her. If they start getting out of line, I bet I'm gon' get them. Pack a bag and book a flight, so they know I'm always trippin'. I've been Scotty with the right, so they always know I'm pimpin'. Well, I always say I got haters, cause they just know I'm living. Word to my brody came on, they just know I got a vision. The stove gotta stay on some no product missing. Government want us to stay home, go broke for politicians. Had to carry that weight, never dealt with the opposition. My homie tryna beat the case when he had no pot to piss. I'm tryna cop a bird, but he caught up with all them pigeons. And I can never chase when ain't no love when you got them riches. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just no white with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. I'm all alone, I been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just no white with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back.
Oh, come on, man. I got a family, I got kids, everything. Everything's upstairs in the closet, dog. Just take it.
Money. I love that money.
Lucas.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. You don't really wanna play. Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really really know what you been talking about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. It's money, 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 money is what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money is what I'm talking about. Money, 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 make you shut your mouth. Don't never ever talk about it if you never had the clout. You don't know what to say, stay up out of my way. Cause money, 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 make me shut them off. Keep playing with this Goonies, boy, I'm gonna have to make the call. Stay in bounds on your pivot, boy, if you gon' ball. Cause a lot of niggas be fake, and you really can't play. Cause we done got it out the mud, nigga, what you talking about? Screaming, oh my God, money got me pride. They living a lie, look into my eyes, they might seem surprised, this is homicide. We just multiply, we been on the rise. If we got some wings, fuck it, we gon' have to fly. Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. Day in my life, take me a different route. And use all my case, niggas on my face. You can get erased, what you talking about? Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. You never crossing these borders. I'm whipping it up, Gordon Ramsay. I swear that I'm cooking these orders. You talk about me, you better just hope that you can just really afford it. I'm ballin', I'm ballin', I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm feeling like Robert Tahori. Nigga, I'm scoring. I count in the morning. They talk about me, then I gotta ignore it. My bitches be foreign, so independent, my money be corporate. These rappers is boring. You hate me and I'm always gonna adore it. I'm smoking that Soarin'. She always go ahead, let me explore it. I call her my Dora. You can go talk about me, I ain't flawless. I go put my all in. If a nigga talk about me, then I'm gone in. You know that I'm gone in. Jump in, take trips, Pompeii. All day, always keep 3 stacks like Andre. I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it, man. And you can never, ever, ever get rid of that. So watch what you say, and watch how you do. If you playing the game, then you play by the rules. Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really wanna play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about.
Caught you looking at my booty. Now I see your dick is on the rise. Damn, the way I ride it caught him by surprise. So I ride him with no panties. Fuck him like he won a Grammy. Started attention in my kitty. Got me purring, ain't she pretty? If I fuck broke him off the Henny. He gon' say, damn girl, you litty. Yes, I'm litty, lit, take a sit up on a dick. And if he act right, I might take a licky lick. Got them wide ass hips, grip my tummy while you lick. I'ma hog tie him up on my rope, hope he loving my deep throat. Now I'm free hand bucking, don't get hung up while we fucking. Like a rodeo, I'ma ride on that dick like a rodeo. Yeah, like a rodeo, I'ma saddle up and ride you like a rodeo. Uptown, 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 uptown. Like a rodeo, I'ma saddle up and ride you like a rodeo.
Look, nigga asked what the pussy do, told the nigga that it's lethal. I just ate, I don't wanna die. He said, baby, let me eat you. Pussy watercolor see-through, ass fat, XC2. I'm hazmat, I kill a nigga. I only fuck with them triller niggas. I got him scared, I kill a nigga. Pull a dick out, let me feel it, nigga. $20 by the bag, cash out by a bill a nigga. Stick out your tongue, nigga, let me drive the boat. Fuck it, I'ma drive the yacht. Pull up on you like a dot. I could pass on the dick, but he gotta eat the box. Hair game too advanced, toes curling in the socks. Got the nigga all tied, he can't even hit the block. You can't even keep a nigga, cause you don't make the pussy pop. Bop.
Like a rodeo, I'ma ride on that dick like a rodeo. Yeah, like a rodeo, I'ma saddle up and ride you like a rodeo. Uptown, 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 uptown. Like a rodeo, I'ma saddle up and ride you like a rodeo. Yeah.
After saving with customized car insurance from Liberty Mutual, I customize every.
I one check away. Just try to see if you can twerk something. Prove to me it's really worth something. I one check away. Just try to see if you can twerk something. Prove to me it's really worth something. I one check away. Wah. O-C-A, I one check away. Just try to see if you can twerk something. Prove to me it's really worth something. I one check away. That booty clapping when she twerk something. Prove to me it's really worth something. I one check away. Just try to see if you can twerk something. Prove to me it's really worth something. So all I wear is OCA. O-C-A, I one check away. That Molly come in different colors, get it pink and tan. My money stacked in different colors in the rubber bands. Got the connection with the plugs, baby, I'm the man. Just trying to turn this 50K into 100 grand. Open my shop and run the clock just like I'm Dapper Dan. Just trying to test them 100 bricks that came from cool again. From Mexico to California, shit know who I am. And what you say over the phone, get a nigga jammed. Never trust none of these niggas, even watch a man. Try to finesse me, even though I always had a plan. Since I'm the oldest, gotta be the one to feed the fam. I took the oath to never be the one to take a stand. My cars ain't rented, my credit 800. The houses paid for with some old show money. See, my cars ain't rented, my credit 800. The houses paid for with that old show money. I one check away. Just try to see if you can twerk something. Prove to me it's really worth something. I one check away. That booty clapping when she twerk something. Prove to me it's really worth something. I one check away. Just try to see if you can twerk something. Prove to me it's really worth something. So all I wear is OCA. O-C-A, I one check away. Damn, who you gon' shoot? Got the gas on lock, plus I still sell boot. I like my buffalo salad with the croutons. I hit that pussy better with my shoes on. Girlfriendly kinda thick, but that still ain't true. To be honest, pussy looking like it's saggy and loose. Appreciate a nigga honesty with telling the truth. Blue great gas, so the strain came midnight blue. Little thick, pretty bitch, she a CNA. Got all my luggage with the pounds through the TSA. And since I can't pronounce her name, I just call her Bae. When I take Bae on Shopping Street, you shop with OCA. Pack touchdown, selling nothing less than 28. Fuck a safe, a nigga really tryna break the bank. Never been the one that give a fuck about what a nigga think. Cause I still judge. I one check away. Just try to see if you can twerk something. Prove to me it's really worth something. I one check away. That booty clapping when she twerk something. Prove to me it's really worth something. I one check away. Just try to see if you can twerk something. Prove to me it's really worth something. So all I wear is OCA. O-C-A, I one check away.
How you feel
feel about that incident earlier?
Hey, these guys' hands shouldn't be so wet. That's, yeah, I'm going to say it just like that. I'm not going to say pause, none of that. Hey, that joint's...
Hey, yo, Gab. Yo, right out to them diamonds. We out here. Meet us at the door. Yeah. Alright, bet. Yeah. Now, Royalty coming in a minute. They'll be in a minute. You know what I mean? Sunshine will be in a minute.
Hey, yo, Gavin Maestro. You don't say I feel link up with Royalty. I make we apply this pressure. Hear this.
Girl, me love the way you throw that thing on me. Make the king feel so horny. The way you wind up your hips, them. Me don't know you come straight from Kingston.
Jamaican girl, you know you look sweet. Them a roll out the red carpet under your face. Them know you look pretty, tight, sexy and witty. When you walk through the town, you want mash up the city. Me tell her, give me the glamity, whoa. Me want to kill me, give me the glamity, whoa. Me want to mad me.
Now get your dance on, rock up the dance floor. Me can't
when
take
you
it no
walk
more.
in, I feel pressure, pressure.
Pressure, pressure.
Winding on the dance floor. Pressure, pressure.
Hey, pressure.
I can't take no more.
Pressure.
More.
Pressure.
More. Pressure, pressure.
Hey, hey.
You walk in, looking amazing.
Hey.
I'm right here, going crazy. Oh, I can't take no more. I can't take no more. Girl, you shine like a star. Stop traffic anytime you walk. Oh, I can't take no more. I can't take no more. They don't make them like you no more. When you look and see the back door. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God. They don't make them like you no more. When you look and see the back door. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. When you walk in, I feel pressure, pressure.
Pressure, pressure.
Winding on the dance floor. Pressure, pressure.
Hey, pressure.
I can't take no more.
Pressure.
More.
Pressure.
More. Pressure, pressure.
Hey, hey.
Me see you like we put pressure on pipe. Don't you know say pressure bust pipe?
Come, let me bless you for the night. No frontin', they don't call me Wolf for nothing.
Girl, you're stunting, your body ready for thumping.
Like style OG, girl, you tick like dumpling.
Say ting-a-ling-a-ling like Shabba woulda sing.
It's alright,
They don't make them like you no more. When you look and see the back door. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God. They don't make them like you no more. When you look and see the back door. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. When you walk in, I feel pressure, pressure.
Pressure, pressure.
Winding on the dance floor. Pressure, pressure.
Hey, pressure.
I can't take no more.
Pressure.
More.
Pressure.
More. Pressure, pressure.
Hey,
when you walk in, I feel pressure, pressure.
Pressure, pressure.
Winding on the dance floor. Pressure, pressure.
Hey, pressure.
I can't take no more.
Pressure.
More.
Pressure.
More. Pressure, pressure.
Hey, hey. Pressure.
Benji, how you
This is
get there?
You're a genius.
Yo.
Double M Visions.
What's that supposed to mean? Nigga, what's that supposed to mean? Hit him in rockin', make his shoulder lean. Yeah. Next they buying guns, taking pics, what's that supposed to mean? You gave duck the smoke, lace that blunt, that's that special weed. We legit the plug, break it down, you won't find no seats. Way before the polls and the violence shit was TLP. And stop the speaking on my name and do no hits with me. Tell KO to sit one out, he'll do it here for free. Physically I'm straight, I blow the bitch, but fuck the mentally. Pass it to the bay, yeah, I'm a sinner like JaVale McGee. You ain't got no bread, why you hating? That's a penalty. I ain't got no guard for my bud who rode and grapple leaf. Stand up, we the trans, got the bands, babe, come ride with me. One hand on the wheel, I put over while she topping me. and we roll a gun nuts. Twin sides, you ain't from over there, why'd you up, start throwing the hood up? Too geek when I'm off of that Remy, just been nauseous out my throw up. Too clean when I hit from the side, I stroke a little salt, don't like when I grow up. Ain't you dumb, fuck with us, throwing the towel, long me give up. Taking pics, what's that supposed to mean? You can't duck the smoke, lace that blunt, that's that special weed. We legit the plug, break it down, you won't find no seats. Way before the polls and the violence shit was TLP.
I probably die before they catch me. Shouldn't have made it home, I thank the Lord cause he done blessed me. Teed up in my zone, really busting off this perky. Thought I had a clone, how I'm popping out with Smokey. That's my brother, ain't no joking. T-Gang, too official, T them talking, better listen up closely. And these goofies artificial, walking up like they know me. I ain't too much for the chat and you gon' have to come show me. Niggas thinking that they pack until I switch to the fully. Write a note, about this money, I just touched me a dub. Remember all we had was hope, now I'm fresher than Dove. Remember holding up that pole, body loving the rush. We just packaged up the soul, left that boy in a Dutch. 10, let me chill off the Remy, I'm wildin'. But I'm aiming for a kill, nigga, reach for my diamonds. If it's not about a meal, you gon' have to come find me. You not ready for that drill, ain't no point in you
buying
lying.
guns, taking pics, what's that supposed to mean? You can't duck the smoke, lace that blunt, that's that special weed. We legit the plug, break it down, you won't find no seats. Way before the polls and the violence shit was TLP.
Mafia, 10 shot.
Benji, how you get there?
Y'all know the vibes.
You're a genius.
Double M Vision.
Yo, 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 it's the world's most dangerous podcast. And we are back. And of course, we started late. But it is what it is. We got CP3 and we can't see his eyes at the beginning of the show already.
It was sweaty, you know. I mean, it was hot out there today. I got some sweat in my eyes.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh, okay.
That's what happened. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's what you're telling us today, sir?
Yeah, man. You know, it was hot one out there, man. So I got my little rag, man. It was hot out there.
I mean, you look like the classic thug. You got the white beetle on.
Hey, man, it was more
Tattoos out.
Hey, I was trying to get my tan on. You know, certain people talk about my light skinnedness that ain't real. So, you know, I got to get my tint back. So I decided to, you know. You all right over there?
No.
What's going on? Raise your hand.
I do that too.
Yeah. Who the one called for that? See how it's turned around. But yeah, man, it was a nice hot day in the DMV. Crazy.
Man, hot ain't the word.
Fall to like 2 days of spring, and we in full blown summer already and shit.
You said a nice hot day.
I don't mind a nice hot day, man.
I do.
Yeah. But you walk around that parking lot at work.
I do. What's going on, Lady Antoinette? I see you came loaded today.
What happened?
I mean...
Why are you shaking your head?
I had a crick in my neck.
Oh, okay. Well, yes, I am showcasing wine. I'm sorry, I'm not together today. My allergies
Is
really
that mic on? Because it's really low.
I know. It was on. That's off. It's on now, right?
You put it up. Say something.
Hello?
I barely hear you.
Oh, man, if you're in the DMV area, say the storm has started coming to the Capitol Heights area now, so smooth its way across, so you be prepared for some downpours and some thundering and lightning.
Well, I was on the
bridge.
I was on the bridge and stuck. And on one side of the bridge, it was raining. The other side, it wasn't. So that wasn't cute.
I've been in situations like that, especially down south when I travel in North Carolina. In Florida, you actually see the rain coming across the street, coming towards
Right.
it. That should be wild.
Right?
Yeah, Florida's is really crazy with the rain.
Yeah, I know. I was just down there earlier this month. And my daughter said it was raining real bad down there, too. But today, I could see, like, as I'm coming across the bridge, you can see, like, over there towards downtown DC, you couldn't see nothing. It was just gray.
Mm-hmm.
The rain was coming down. You could see it hitting the water. Over by the National Harbor, it was completely clear. So I was like, oh, that's creepy. I need you guys to move. As we're in traffic, I was like, this rain is coming. Let's go. But, you know.
Yeah, one of my co-workers said in Colorado, we got some folks staying in Colorado, and when they hit 90 there on, what was it, Friday, Saturday, they were expecting 6 inches of snow.
Yeah. One of my peoples I went to school with stays out in Colorado. She's like, I can't believe it's snowing.
Said it was 90 degrees.
Are people still saying it's not global warming?
The conservatives still say, nah, well, the temperature changes all the time, man. It's documented. Yeah, we went from 4 seasons to 2. Motherfucker, that's climate change. I don't know what you call it, but we ain't had no spring. We had a spur. And then it went to summer. Yeah, it was a spur.
Yeah, and they said it's going to be one of the hottest summers.
CP3, you cannot complain about being stereotyped ever after this show.
Why is that?
Because you look like the stereotype. You look like a character of Grand Theft Auto.
You have a whole beater on. Like you have a
This
gray
ain't the
white.
first time.
You look like a whole thug.
Man, it's cool, man. They know me. They know who I am.
But is that 1738 sitting in front of you?
Yes, it is. I had to pull some dark out because y'all been feed me so much white liquor lately. You know, things ain't been right in my life. So I'm trying to balance it back out.
So he was scared. He bought a bottle of 1800, a little half a bottle of 1800 because he didn't want to finish it.
Yeah. I told you, man, I wasn't touching that bottle, man.
So you brought it over here.
Yeah, man, I know y'all gonna drink that shit. I know y'all gonna drink it.
Didn't you drink some Ceramano?
Yeah, and he mixed it in there with what was in 1800. Exactly, see? That's the same look I made.
At least I told you I was doing.
At least I was here to see it. Shit.
No, you were here to see it last time.
Yeah, you were here to see it last time.
I didn't see you pour it in the bottle, so you poured it in the cup. It's different. I thought you were
I
mixing
poured it in
cup.
front of you.
But I didn't know that until like the third cup in, so that's when I realized and shit. So I don't know what the fuck I said.
You didn't notice it tastes different?
But at that point, it was just alcohol going down, man. It didn't make a difference.
That is so strange to me. Well, I did bring some wine from Sugarland Cellars. So you have the only white wine in your cup.
Yeah, it tastes good. Decent.
Tastes decent.
It's pretty good.
I'm not a big white wine drinker, but this is a
Oh,
white table wine.
One of the better wines I've ever tasted.
It's called Baskin's Creek Blanc.
Baskin's Creek.
It's called.
You ain't put your pinky up?
I need ice cream. I need ice cream. I need to chill.
Shout out to Pac Riley watching. You ain't put your pinky out? You didn't drink it fancy?
Nah, that's only for when I quote 1730. That's when pinky come out. 17. I'm not a wine connoisseur yet, so I'm not sure the pinky needs to come out now.
You can have a pinky out for all wine. It's okay.
Whatever. What you got for us this sports CP3?
Oh man, I did have some stuff, but I forgot it. Nah, you got the NBA conference finals going on. You got the NHL conference. I'm going to pull my stats up. I'm in the right and down, but got a little busy behind the grill today. You know, having fun, throwing some food on the grill. On the bright side, the Nationals actually won a game today.
Yes, because I was ready to come for Super Day once again because he went to that game and it was all downhill. But they won today, right?
Yeah, they only won 1 out of 3 versus the Brewers, and I think they only won 1 out of 3 versus the Marlins. No, but they just swept out the Marlins. No, yeah, they won 1 out of 3 versus the Marlins and 1 out of 3 versus the Brewers.
Yeah.
They continue on this 2 and 4 week for the 4th week in a row, putting them further under 500. They're currently sitting 14 and 28, last place in the East.
That's crazy.
I've been having discussions with some of the folks in the Nats, you know, groups, and You know, that some of them want to blow the team up and want to, get rid of the fire the coach and the manager, all of this. And it trips me out that after, winning it all, and only in 2019, had a strong chance to repeat if it wasn't for COVID in 2020, which redid the whole season, and then having a delayed and shortened spring training. One of your key starting in a rotation hasn't pitched yet. One of your number 3 pitchers hasn't pitched yet. You have a lot of youth in the organization that's playing on the field now. And, they're trying to figure things out, rebuilding from what we had. They traded away a lot of pieces at the trade deadline last year to retool the farm system, which they had traded away to make that World Series run. That's how it goes. You make moves to get the ultimate goal. They got there, and now they have to retool and restock to try to make a run again. Unfortunately, with the revenue, with the Masson deal, television deal, that Peter Angelos and his dumbass running the Orioles has a monopoly on, and I said this before, until he gives up that team won't be shit.
The Orioles?
Mm-hmm. And that's my word, son. And,
okay.
But yeah, so that was on the baseball note.
Okay.
Getting back to the NBA, you got the Golden State Warriors and Mavericks tipping off tonight at 9 in Dallas. Warriors have a 2-0 lead. They held serve at home. Dallas thought they had the game in game 2. I thought they had it also. They were up by like 20 going into the third quarter.
And then?
No, they were 14 technically going into the third quarter, and then Golden State did what they do. They walked them down and started hitting threes, and next thing you know, they were behind by 10.
When you got Steph on your team, like on the opposite team, you can't just think that any other thing's gonna happen.
I mean, it was crazy because they were down by like 25, and at halftime, during the second quarter, Kenny Smith on the NBA commentary said if Golden State gets to 14 by halftime, they're going to win this game. And they were down by 14 at halftime, and they found a way to win the game. That was crazy in itself, but yeah, I'm a Golden State fan. Well, I ain't going to say fan, but I like Golden State and Steph Curry, so I've been checking out that series a little bit, so it's going to be interesting to see how that one goes. Then the Heat versus the Celtics, which tips off tomorrow night at 8:30. The Celtics and the Heat are up 2-1. That's been a game of a series of blowouts. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see which team comes back. I saw Tatum that got hurt, but I believe he came back. I'm not a big basketball guy, so I'm just, we'll cover tomorrow night on Sports in the Hill. I'm sure Robbie and the NBA Roundtable. I'll break it all down in the probably maybe first hour, second hour, since we only have baseball and WNBA before, so that might be in the first hour. Yeah, they'll break that down. And in the hockey playoffs, I know a lot of y'all don't care about it, but I got to cover because I love hockey. If I got to cover basketball, damn it, I want to talk about hockey too. Tampa Bay just took a 3-0 lead over Florida. They beat Florida today 5-1. Carolina lost to the Rangers today. That makes that series 2-1 Hurricanes lead. That was the first game that New York has won. Carolina pretty much dominated so far. Well, I can't really say that. The second game, New York did have the lead until late in the third, and then Carolina got 2 late goals to take the win and the lead in the series. And tonight, we got Calgary and Edmonton, another crazy game. The first game had 15 goals scored. Second game, I think, had 6 goals scored. So it's going to be interesting. The goaltending and defense has been thrown out the window in this game. So if you like wide open hockey and like a lot of scoring, this is a series you want to watch because, no telling what that score might be tonight. And Colorado and St. Louis, the Avalanche are up 2-1 in that series. They, I believe they won yesterday 5-2 to 1 other game. Yeah, they're up 2-1 in that series. Got OTAs going on. Well, not even OTAs. There's mini camps going on in the football season. Still haven't done our draft wrap up and free agency. Well, we have done that one, but going into our draft recap of the players that were drafted. And looking at the schedule upcoming for this year for the Washington Commanders. There's been some unconfirmed reports that apparently the NFL owners are in talks to do a vote to supposedly vote out Daniel Snyder. A lot of the Commander fans are, loving life and posting on social media, like, we want to get on top of my house and pray to the Lord on top of it. I'm like, really? Like, I told y'all once. I'm going to say it again. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But this is the way I believe this is going to fall. Once again, they're not going to vote this man out because of the type of person that he is. Because they know if they find a loophole to vote him out, he's going to put all his power in investigating every single owner in the NFL and find that same loophole to get them out. That's why, if you recall back on the political side of things, when the governor of Virginia had a picture of blackface, and it was a big hubbub, oh, we got to get him out of office, and this is crazy. And then it just went quiet. You know why? Because they know that he would have pulled the cards of all them other politicians, because he know they got them same pictures in their closet. So he know they're going to open up a whole Pandora's box, so they said we might as well leave it alone. That's when they started focusing on the lieutenant governor, the black guy who had the rape allegations. We forgot all about the blackface, but we knew about the other blackface. It's funny how it works that way. So that's pretty much all I have to say.
Well, this week I'll be at least one OTA, organized team activities, which is nothing but practice. So, looking forward to that.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll be in Ashburn this week. Yay.
that sounds fun.
Yeah. I'm part of a few different organizations, and then I have connections with the team itself that could get me in the door. So I try to give you some information on different things, including like games and things like that.
Yeah. I get games. I need access.
You need OTA.
I need access. Yeah, I was supposed to go in 2020 and get the pandemic shut everything down.
Well, for some,
yeah, but you was riding with a fuckboy.
No, this is with another connection.
I know I'm going
that was
to
2019.
one on Tuesday. The other one on Thursday, I'm not sure yet. So I'll let you know. But it's been a day. You're never going to go.
Tuesday's my day off.
Oh, well, Tuesday my dad's going with me. I'm sorry.
Cold world.
I mean, that's the confirmed date that I have. So I'm good. Thursday's up in the air. So I'm sorry. But I'll let you know if I get any other OTAs.
So, I got some interesting things to talk about today.
Oh, Lord. Which intro? I got a lot of interesting things.
And I'm sure you do too, Lady Anthony. So, first off, just off today, I was scrolling the almighty internet, and I found out Flavor Flav was confirmed to be, he was 63 years old. It was confirmed to be the father of this 3-year-old.
Absolutely outrageous.
His 8th child.
I mean,
the baby free. Don't he got great grandkids or something?
Yeah, he do.
I mean, yeah. I don't know if it would be a Paul to give him a high five, because obviously he's still getting his stroke on in his 60s.
Look, man, I'm saying one thing. Vasectomy, nigga. It's time. Shit.
I mean,
Nick Cannon said he got a consultation.
He needs to.
But here's my thing. He got a consultation.
Yeah, he ain't gonna
that
do
doesn't
it.
mean he
He's
did
like,
it.
well, maybe if I split, I'll get another.
Because he got one. He's waiting on one baby now.
That might be tripping.
You know, I think every year we've had a Nick Cannon pregnant story.
No, some years it's been multiple in 1 year. So.
Let's see. No condom shall be formed against that.
Oh, CP3, don't act
I
like.
don't think he knows what those are.
Don't act like you didn't like it raw, CP3. Stop faking.
You walk through that aisle, he like he blind. He's
He's like, I don't know what that is.
Baby, you want to grab something for the night? I got some wine and cheese. What you talking about?
Obviously, he wasn't wrapping it up. And his pullout game is not weak. His pullout game is not strong.
No, he's not trying. There is no game.
He is sneezing on these bras and giving them crazy.
You on that 50 Cent, have a baby by baby, become a millionaire.
It don't go that way. It don't go that way.
So none of your baby mothers are millionaires?
Nah, it's thousandaires.
Oh, so you're admitting to having children. Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you. No, you said.
Hey, ain't no pictures, ain't no video.
You said.
Entrapment is a crime. I was laid into that. I was sharing the show.
I'm just saying, CBD, what you just admitted.
Yeah.
I just say that I kids.
No.
That's not what you said, though.
Ain't none of your baby mamas millionaires. You said, no, they thousandaires.
When I help raise, I consider baby mamas too. No, they not my kids.
The correct answer would have been, I don't have any kids. What are you talking about?
Ex-baby mama now that ain't mine, or the daughter with a vehicle right now. I consider her still a baby, my ex-baby mama of mine. I was there when she was from 2 to 5. I was in those formative years.
Are you gonna walk her down the aisle?
And when she want me to, I still be in contact. I still love the kids, man. I just ain't got none of my own.
Would you beat up her boyfriend if he pissed you off?
Nah, her dude pretty cool from what I hear from her.
Oh, you already checked the nigga out?
That's what's right. I still got a picture of me holding that little girl when she was 3 years old. First thing I got to a daughter that I know of.
I'm glad you added that I know.
Hey, this nigga have.
We know.
The more you talking, Lady Antoinette faces out.
That's cool. Because if she see this, she know that I was looking for her and she become pregnant. She take care of that.
Oh.
Girl.
She gonna come out with a song like Shaq. My biological didn't
I didn't know, baby. I didn't know. Your mama kept me from me.
So I watched the new Cat Williams special.
How did you like that?
It was about as funny as the Kevin Hart special.
Dang. I mean, how funny was that?
About as funny as someone throwing rocks at you as you walking down the street. In slow motion.
I haven't seen it, but I'm a Kevin Hart fan.
Well, I feel like when it comes to comedy, if you know this, that a lot of comedians are funniest when they first come out. They're more, in order to be a good comedian, you have to be in touch with your audience. Some comedians are not in touch with their audience any longer.
I couldn't really remember any good jokes. And I've seen Cat Williams, and he's been funny.
That was a long time ago.
Even the special came out about a year ago was actually better than this.
Well, he was down and out, right?
Yeah.
You can connect with the everyday audience a little better.
I don't want to go into sleep. And then I was like, well, let me finish it today so I can talk about it on the show. And that was even worse because I was like, I'd rather play with my phone. And then it just ended.
He was about to say something else. I was about to say, Lord, no.
Nah.
But there are certain comedians who are able to try to stay in contact, but that's rare. Like Ricky Smiley, who tries to stay in touch with his audience. Not to say he's amazingly funny, but he tries to stay in contact with his audience. So I feel like his level of funny hasn't really changed.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Michael Blackston live, and he was real funny.
And he stays in contact with his audience.
And I seen, was it D-Ray Davis? I seen him live before.
Well, he's not making that money. He's not making the money that I'm referring to. But
okay.
Because there are certain levels that will get you out of touch with your audience.
Yeah.
Like Steve Harvey. Him doing a stand-up, not to say that he wouldn't be funny, but it wouldn't be the same as Steve back in the 90s. Because he's not as in touch with his audience.
I don't find, D.L. Hughley's not really funny to me.
I've seen him be funny before, but
I mean, even back on Comic View, I just.
Oh no, Comic View, I wouldn't consider that because he was a host.
He was rated Jonah on folks, and his comedy was okay in the beginning. But as his comedy has evolved, he's incorporated some politics into it, which is some of the things that I like. Is comedians actually help bridge the gap and stuff like that because they talk about the things that nobody wants to talk about and puts it in a way, even though it's fucked up, but it's still funny. And it gets it in the realm of discussion. So I like his comedian. I like his style more now than in the beginning. In the beginning, I couldn't really get with his style. I didn't think he was that funny, but over his experience and getting more seasoned as a comedian and doing some of the things he's done with having success he had on ABC with his shows, you know, one of the first black sitcoms with an all-black cast that had a #1 spot. So, I mean, you got to take your hat off to it for that. But his comedy, along with Chris Rock, who, you know, you can't stand, but his comedy has also evolved because he talks more politics than he had normally than he did early in his career. And now with him going through all the divorce stuff, he talks about relationships and, you know, the fucked up things that goes on in that room. So I appreciate those comedians like that. They might not be the hold your side laughing out loud for an hour and a half, but they drop some nice nuggets of knowledge in there along with the comedy that they bring. That's the comedy I kind of like.
Well, I would say certain comedians were funny when they first came out. I don't think, me personally, I don't think Chris Rock is ever really funny, even now. And
You just don't like Chris Rock, I can tell.
Yeah, you don't like. That's cool. I mean, some people don't like some comedians. I get it.
But I mean, I have my reasons. And of course, that was pre Will Smith slap. I wasn't a fan of his.
So Jamil Time chimed in. First, he said, by the way, Tony Randall from The Odd Couple had his first kid at 71. Damn, his nuts was still working at 71.
I mean, technically, yes. However, ew. Okay, that's the first problem. But the second problem, by the time your kid is like 5, you're in a walker as well. They both in walkers.
And then he put a good comedian should make you be able to laugh and then question something at the same time.
Yeah, right. So yeah, I mean, some comedians I like because they, like I said, they have a message, and like Dave Chappelle. I've been doing a lot of watching some of the stuff that he's done that I haven't looked at before, and the way he weaves the knowledge along with the comedy into it, it's amazing how he can just weave that story. And if you're open-minded enough to absorb the message he's trying to give you, you'll sit there for a second and be like, hey, I never thought about it like that.
So, and I'm glad you brought up Dave Chappelle. So I was watching IG the other day, and there's a little thing where Kevin Hart's talking about, he was at the comedy show, and he was testing new material, and he saw Chris Rock, and he's like, and you know what comedians do is they sit and watch each other, and he was like, so he did his shit, and he was like, yo, then Chris gave him some notes, and he was like, cool, and then Chris went up, and then he gave Chris some notes, and they was like, good. Then they heard Dave Chappelle was coming. And they was like, then Dave Chappelle went up and they just ripped up all their notes because they were like, this, we're not on that level. And that's to Dave Chappelle's comedy is genius to me because of the realness that he invokes in it, but the funniness situations that he makes out of it.
I mean, Dave Chappelle, he gets up and does a set. It's like having a conversation with you versus...
It's very conversational. That is correct.
It's versus a skit or some type of set, you know? You don't look at it as a performance. It's just sitting there talking, you know? Honestly, that's one thing I have seen that's different with D.L. Hughley, which is probably why you like him a little better now. Because D.L. Hughley would sit and have a conversation versus what he used to do back in the day. Some comedians, you know, they go through the whole theatrics of things and they do a skit. Like, one thing I will say, now, it was actually funny when he did it. But Ricky Smiley, when he used to do his little stand up and go through his theatrics, I used to actually think some of those were funny. But a lot of people, it didn't work for them. And just sitting having a conversation and just being funny in that conversation it works for some people. And Dave, he's one of those people.
Yeah, interesting point. DC area comics do a great job of connecting common issues, big or small, with their audience. So, you know, I'm a WWE fan, a wrestling fan, or whatever. So we gotta talk about what just happened. So, what just happened on WWE? So Sasha Banks and Naomi, the wife of one of the Uso brothers, basically walked out, put their titles down, and walked out. And one of their reasons was that they became tag team champions. I think they're the first African American female tag team champions. They had no plans for them to defend the belts. But what they wanted to do was one of them would win, one of them would pin each other, and then one would face Bianca Belair, which was going to be Naomi, and the other one, Sasha Banks, was going to win on SmackDown and then face Ronda Rousey. And basically they just told them they had no plans for them, and they were going to put in title matches that they're going to lose. So they basically made a stand, and they went to John Laurinaitis, handed their belts in, and they walked out. Now, some people are upset about it because they're like, well, people paid them to see them wrestle. But I think you have to know your worth. And if you don't stand up for your worth, people will continue to treat you like that. Like, I walked away from a job that was paying me buku money because they didn't know my worth. And they were treating me a certain way, and I was like, yo, I'll find something new. I know my value. And I think that, to me, I think they probably made the right decision, especially their contract is about to end in a couple of months. If WWE is smart, because all their releases have made AEW a stronger brand, because all the people who they fire, AEW just takes anywhere.
They go right on over.
So now we don't have when they started, it was a whole bunch of indie wrestlers who we didn't know who the fuck they were. Now they have the Daniel Bryans, and now the CM Punks, the people who've actually made their name in WWE TV, like Swerve Strickland, Keith Lee, even John Moxley and Chris Jericho originally came from the WWE. Miro came from the WWE. So they have at least 60% of their roster is
they're building up a whole nother brand.
Yes.
And it's almost like, are you guys trying to do this on purpose? I'm confused. Makes no sense.
They're playing the long game because they knew with the WWE, with them being the only market out there, that they were getting greedy, and they were, taking advantage of that fact. And, they were just waiting for stuff like this to go on, where one of their big stars, had a contract issue or wanted to get out, and, they would say, well, where else you going to go? We're the only show in town. Now there's somewhere else to go. They're like, all right, fucking fire me. I know I can go here. It might be a smaller brand, but I can make probably some good money, and I have a more loyal, boss working for me because he wants to succeed, and I can bring my fan base and follow me from here over there. So they made a smart business decision, and it's paying off for them in dividends, because WWE and Vince, being a mogul conglomerate that he is, he's being greedy, and that's what ruins most successful franchises. Is the CEO or the owner or the profit margin becomes more important than the product that they're putting out.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Lady Antoinette?
You said what?
I said, what are your thoughts?
Well, like I said, it's just, I feel like they're just being stupid. And I'm going to wait and see CP likes this white wine. That's the first time he's ever done this.
Yeah, it's a wine. Like I said, it ain't nice little taste to
Look
it.
at him. Oh my God.
Big fancy.
This is, we gotta like really,
Now I can say
we gotta
$4 in a bottle of
we
wine.
gotta star this.
Now I can say $4 in a bottle of wine.
$40 and a bottle of wine.
Yeah, no, that's just gonna be his go-to.
Bless your heart. But yeah, I'm on a wait and see type of thing. Like I feel like whatever WWE has coming to them, good. Because they've been getting so many people dirty over the years. Good. I'm all for it.
That's the product of capitalism.
Or the one thing we're not talking about, or it could be a work.
You say it could be a work?
Yeah. They could fake all this.
That's what I'm saying. You're right. And so that, it could be something for publicity. I mean, I'm a Roman Reigns girl. If he go, well, so
Yeah,
long.
they used to that, so they didn't turn the whole dynamic around with him. I can't even like him and Seth Rollins.
He's supposed to be a bad person.
Yeah, now I can't like Seth. I can never stand Seth Rollins in the first place. Now he fucking with Dustin Rhodes and shit. I already.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody.
I was like,
I was like, man, I used to watch this. That's how I was remember Dusty Rhodes. I know a dude named Dustin, and I know a dude named Rhodes.
Dustin Rhodes is his brother.
Okay, so I know it was one of them.
Yeah, they're both sons of the American Dream.
Yeah. So it was Cody. Yeah, Cody. Yeah. My bad.
It's okay.
Yeah. I ain't like the way he did him last week on SmackDown. WWE.
So you've been watching it?
Yeah, because we got Ken, the DC People's Champ. He has his wrestling show, No Spots, and he moderates on our show on Twitch for Robbie. So he'll do a little plug and he'll be on the NBA Roundtable. And I got back into watching. I know Sasha Banks' fine ass. I was waiting for her to walk to my home.
That's Snoop's cousin.
I was waiting, huh?
How did we get
I was waiting for that text. When I seen her walk off, I thought she was calling.
Why would she text you?
Shit happens, man. Check your wild. Full moon, man. You never know. Yeah, check your phone. You never know. Might get that late text, man. Like, oh shit.
Sasha.
She texted my text the wrong number. Might be lucky. I've had it happen before. But yeah, I was watching the wrestling, Sasha Banks. I ain't really a big fan of Naomi. She cool, but
I like her.
Naomi's one of the most underrated wrestlers. She is very athletic and can do a lot of great things, but they don't let her shine because they don't want her to outshine certain people.
I can see that.
And they want her. I feel like they want her to take a back seat and play that little sweet little wifey role.
They do.
For her husband.
That's what I believe.
I'm like, why they can't both be superstars?
Yeah, I don't even like the Usos no more.
What?
Yeah, I used to like the Usos. I don't really like
Okay,
that.
so let me tell you, I'm all about the Samoan Empire, so there's that.
I mean, it's that.
Ooh, damn! You see that look that she just gave you? She just gave you the Roman Reigns look.
Rubbing off. That's that new thug mentality they had. She ready to turn the table
but I've
over
always
on me.
been like this. Like I remember, I went to.
She's about to go acknowledge me.
She's about to turn the table
I
over.
went to some event. I can't remember which one it was. It was a while ago. But at the end of the event, like if you go in person, the cameras are done, but other stuff happens afterwards.
Yeah.
And they came out and was like beating Roman with like a table and chairs and everything. I was ready to go down there. I was in like the suite at the time, I don't know, the first level, the first section. And I was ready to go down there. I was like, oh, nah.
You know what the funny thing is? Roman as a bad guy, I love. Roman as a good guy, it sucked to me.
I like Roman as a guy.
He was like the Samoan John Cena. I was like, too much.
I'm biased,
I liked him. I was never really a big fan of his. I mean, I liked him, but it wasn't like I had to see him wrestle. He was cool when it was him, Ambrose, and Rollins. I kind of liked him.
I love the Shield.
Yeah, I kind of liked him.
But The Rock was like bad.
See, The Rock was, because Rock was more entertaining. Like these folks now, they don't have nobody has the charisma that The Rock has. So I'm not even going to try to compare anybody to The Rock. But it's like they don't have the. Well, I guess because I've been watching, like I said, since I was a kid, so I've seen on the storylines and all the different stuff you can do. It's like they don't. Like back in the old days, you could feel you actually hated that character because they.
Well, one, The Rock and most of their promos are unscripted.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a person telling you to say these things. So and like
I feel like they don't want that.
nah, I think they need to go back to that though.
That's what they need to. They're putting handcuffs on them. They're making them do a certain storyline that's getting old. They need to let the the folks be themselves like they used to. In the so-called Attitude Era, that's what got me back into wrestling. Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. Stone Cold, all of his ad-libs, man. One of my most favorite lines ever. I'm gonna stop a mud hole in you and walk it dry. I said,
Man.
Stop a mud hole in you. That's a hell of an ass for the
I love
mud hole.
I was messing with The Rock because I could tell people, especially when I was like when they were new, I was at a. I'm like, hey, I'm so and so. What's your name? And when they go to answer, I'd be like, it doesn't matter what's your name.
Yeah, The Rock was hilarious. I go back and look at some of the old footage with him going at it, especially with the Stone Cold and Vince McMahon, their heated hatred. One of the funniest ones, he was in the hospital bed. Stone Cold came in with the mask on and hit him over the head with the bat, and that was a real hit. That ding, that shit was real. That was not fake in any way. He smacked the shit out of Vince with that bedpan. That shit was hilarious.
I'm glad that you laughed so hard.
When he stole his Zamboni, came down to the stage and sprayed him with, had the beer truck sprayed him with it. Man, it was just so much wild shit that he did, man. That was my favorite.
So basically, you just like the more violent wrestling.
Yes.
The ones that take their character to heart. He don't just turn it off when he go home. He's Stone Cold no matter the fuck where he at.
Like you don't turn CPD off when you go home.
I try to. I mean, the good shit I do. I'm feral there. Yeah. They almost seen CP3. They care.
There's one character I'm glad I ain't seen in a long time.
Ain't nobody really puts.
Oh no.
He incarcerated. He come out.
You know what?
I don't have his connection with the police force no more to get out of trouble. My mama never tired.
You know what? But no, we don't. So I do want to let y'all know, we know Wendy Williams and had some struggles, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So, Sherry Shepherd has now, taken that spot, and Wendy has maintained, oh, I'm coming back.
Yeah.
She not, but you know. But then she said recently she wanted to have a sit down with Sherry, have a meeting and all that. But also, Wendy has had some financial issues.
They're not letting her get her money or something.
Well, no, she claimed that her financial advisor was doing something strange or whatever. So a judge has recently placed her under financial guardianship.
Yeah, they released her fund, but now she has access to it now as a mediator involved.
Yeah.
They froze her accounts.
She has a guardianship.
Yeah, because they actually froze her accounts or some shit. RJ Tully, you get that message, 151, he said he emailed in the track. I remember him, but I don't remember. I remember the name. I'm trying to remember. I think didn't that the one that came in for the interview? RJ Tully, I think. Got him on my phone. He said he was emailing the video to the email address. I'm not sure if he shared the show. I hope he did share the show to his time. Because if he didn't, I feel sorry for you.
Okay, so I did get a track. Okay, so let me, Sergeant Q, I'll be playing your video. I do got the song you just sent me, but I'll be playing the video. I actually was playing your video today, the Timby video. And I got the track, and I got the other video too.
But yeah, but prayers up to Wendy. Because the court said, Wells Fargo said she's an incapacitated person.
So
for them to push it through, that means there's evidence of it.
Honestly, it's just kind of
so I want
I don't give a damn. Either way.
I know you don't because you're heartless.
Right, but at the same time, you remember what happened with Brittany? The public was pressed over that.
Because they don't have nothing better to do than
right,
worry about somebody else's life.
But Wendy, are the public going to support her?
No. But she done so much mudslinging and trash to people that nobody really appreciates that shit. That's why she out there fighting this battle by herself. With the people that were supposed to, her publicist and manager, and have her to get mad at Sherry Shepherd for taking an opportunity because you're not able to do your job anymore.
Well, on one hand, she's like, oh, I endorse her. On the other hand, she's like throwing shade to her. She's not necessarily mad at her, but she's throwing shade.
call it what it is.
So I'm like,
shit.
which one is it? Like, it's not making sense.
He obviously has mental issues. We all known that for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's just caught up with it. You know, after a while, you know, getting
Well,
older.
let
all that
Judge,
plastic surgery.
who was it? Judge Mathis?
Hold on, crackhead.
Yeah. He was like, Wendy, what about all the drugs you was sniffing? Wendy. I was like, oh my God, he ran her goddamn right.
So CP3, you should enjoy this one I'm about to bring up. It's 53 of the most brutal rap disses.
I've never been in a very big diss track. I've never really been. That's not really like one of my things that I look for. I'm not really.
Man, for real, I love diss tracks. Diss tracks are funny.
I think the funniest diss track ever was Mariah Carey.
So
You don't look at me like that.
So here's what they. So for example, they brought up 2018 Pusha T.
Oh, that was funny.
With the story of Adidon.
Oh, yeah.
He had a secret child, and then he also, which was kind of fucked up, but he did mock Drake's producer, who has multiple sclerosis.
Yeah.
Then of course, you know, it's Tupac, Hit 'Em Up, which he delivered brutal lines aimed at Diddy, Mobb Deep, Junior Mafia, Chino XL, and B.I.G. First, and you know, in the classic line, first off, fuck your bitch and the clique you claim. West Side when we come equipped with the game.
And that is a phrase I've heard multiple times.
Yeah.
After he said it.
You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. You bust on bad boy niggas, fuck them for life. Common. He delivered this lyrical bitch slap to Ice Cube. I see the bitch in you.
Yep.
And he violated Ice Cube in that song. A bitch nigga with an attitude named Q stepped to calm with a feud. Now what the fuck I look like this in a whole coast? You ain't made shit dope since America's most.
You said you can agree with that?
It was a diss track. You ain't meant to agree with that. It's just it's meant to.
That's why I don't really like it, because it's just meant to, you know. Yeah.
They chose 50 Cent's Back Down. You a pop top sweetheart. You soft in the middle. I eat you for breakfast and watch. I eat you for breakfast, the watch, and we exchange for your necklace. Because basically, the beef that started with 50 is a dude robbed Ja Rule for his necklace. 50 was with the dude, and he was kind of upset. There's a Beanie Siegel one, The Empire Strikes Back, where Beanie Siegel was going after Jadakiss. I remember that song. If I said if anybody ever got Jadakiss, it was Beans. He broke it down. He was like, I would go to Puff and double your debt. Like, he broke down his thing. I was never a big fan of the 50 Cent Cameron beef. Cameron did a song called Curtis. I really wasn't impressed by it, to be honest. Cannabis, second round knockout. And he got knocked the fuck out. Yeah. Because we can put Cannabis on here, but LL whipped his ass. I mean, don't get me wrong. Cannabis had 99% of your fans wear high heels. And that was a tight line. And that nigga LL said 99 of your fans don't even exist yet.
Just put the mic down gently and just walk off.
Nigga, that was Ether before Ether ever came out.
Do they have that on there?
It has to be on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got Dre Day, they got Drake back to back. Yeah, he killed Meek Mills in that. KS1, The Bridge Is Over, which is a very classic joint. I really, this song hurts my heart because I'm from Queens, but KS1's like one of my favorite rappers. Is my favorite rapper, and I was singing The Bridge Is Over, knowing damn well it's about Queens people. And I'm not an MC Shan fan. They got Jay-Z Super Ugly on here. Eminem, Nail in the Coffin. Gucci Man, The Truth. 50 Cent, Piggy Bank. Yeah, LL 4321. Ice Cube, No Vaseline. One of the meanest diss ever. Ja Rule, Loose Change. I don't even remember Ja Rule's disses. Cameron, So You Gotta Love It when he dissed Jay-Z. Jadakiss. Freestyle called Fuck Beanie Siegel. Well, that's real to the point. Oh, most people don't realize. Oh yeah, Jay-Z's verse on Pound Cake when he just broke down how everybody made money, and Breeze would say he made money if he wasn't in his feelings. T.I., What's Happening with Shorty Low, Joe Budden, Big Shot when he went against 50 Cent. I don't even remember that song. Here's one that people don't realize. Kool D really came at LL. Let's Go was mean. LL was quiet for a couple of years and then made a song. Drake when he dissed Tigra, 6 a.m. in New York. KRS-One when he dissed South Bronx when he dissed MC Shannon, the Juice Crew again. Damn, you know, I'm a traitor because I was really, I did live in the Bronx at the time too, but still. Corrupt calling out names when he dissed DMX, Ja Rule, and Foxy Brown, because basically he thought DMX was fucking Foxy Brown, and that was his girl. LL Cool J, Jack the Rapper, MC Light, 10% diss. MC Light's the queen. 10% diss. Oh my god, that was the shit. Yeah, I'm not reading Meek Mill shit. Drop a Gentleman was a diss that aimed at Tupac. Okay, and of course Ether is on here. And yeah, it's 53 of these motherfuckers, so we're not going through all of these. But it was just some interesting choice. I've always been a fan of. I like to see how people get creative. Have a Nice Day by Shantae was a good diss when she did KRS-One. She said that KRS-One, you should go on vacation. Your name sounds like a whack radio station. And that's probably about it. And his reply to Roxanne Shante was really vicious because he was like, Roxanne Shante, MC Shan is only good for steady sucking, and Roxanne Shante is only good for steady fucking. KRS-One is really probably a very mean disser that people don't really know, because if you were in the 88, 86 classic era hip hop, you would have missed a lot of the shit that he actually said, and violated the shit out of people. Like MC Shan, I really never really liked, but.
But did you see when I mean, I was saying it in a joking way, but it really wasn't this song. But I was like, the funniest diss track to me was Mariah Carey, but he looked at me.
Yeah, when she
like he didn't know what I was talking about.
When she did Eminem, right?
Yes. You don't remember that song? It was playing in
Obsessed.
That she was like, Eminem kept claiming that him and Mariah had a thing, and she like ate him up, and the song was popping, like it was playing in the club left and right.
And then she had Gucci Man on it, so he wasn't really going to diss back. Not because Gucci Man is more lyrical, but because.
You don't remember that song? Obsessed? She's like, why are you so obsessed with me?
I thought it's the mainstream music.
No, that was a long time. It was Eminem and Mariah Carey going back and forth.
Yeah, two of the biggest stars at the time.
I didn't be an Eminem fan until later, till after the fact. He wasn't on the fan when he first started.
Look at this. These are the lyrics. She's like, saying we met at the bar when I don't even know who you are. Later on, she was like, I'm not one here. And no one here even mentions your name. It must be the weed. It must be the E, because you've been popping. Mainly she's saying he's been popping the E.
He didn't go back there?
She destroyed him. He came at her first.
Yeah.
Nah. She was just like, you're delusional. Like that was part of the hook was like, what, I mean, it was so good.
Obsessed with me.
There was nothing he could do. You couldn't go back at her. She left her alone after that.
Oh, Always Cruel. she did the video dressed like Eminem.
I cannot believe you don't remember that. But a lot of people heard the song, but they didn't know what it was about.
To me, it's obviously something else. It's just my opinion from years after the fact. That doesn't, to me, it doesn't make sense. Because being who Eminem was, I don't give a fuck what some of the lyrics you read don't sound like shit. The shit that he could say about her bipolar, millionaire marrying, non-keeping a man ass. He would have fried. That's like it.
He had already said all of that.
He done said all that, and she was still standing. That's the thing. But Mariah Carey,
why are you so obsessed with
yeah,
he wanted to fuck. Simple as that. He
it?
wanted to fuck.
And she said in the song that last man on earth still couldn't hit this. Like,
he took his shot. You miss 100 billion shots you don't take. He tried to get some pussy, put it on the track. It didn't work. All right, fuck it.
No, he was going in on her. Like.
and Gucci said, I guess Shorty is mad because he don't got you no more.
And she put because he said that he hit that, and so she said he lying.
He probably did. Bill popping ass, he don't remember and shit.
I mean, it's still popping ass man made it up.
Yeah.
They both was popping.
You know what? That's what Mariah Carey. Yeah, that shit happened.
But real talk,
You might have thought it was Mariah.
Nobody really believed him. So not only did people didn't really believe him, but it was kind of funny that he was trying to, say stuff, but.
I don't really get into the diss tracks or shit.
But it was
wasted energy on some dumb shit.
It's not really. I mean, that's the essence of hip hop, dog.
She the only one that shut him down.
Yeah.
That's how it's popping. I still like this.
But we got. I got some new music to work. We're gonna play it.
All right. Sweet. We playing that video you were talking about.
And I've never seen this video, so we're going.
I see what you doing and it's cool, but I'ma need you to do a trick. You think you could do that for me? Cool.
Let me see a trick. Make it do a trick. Let me see a trick. Make it do a trick. Let me see a trick. Make it do a trick. Let me see a trick. Make it do a trick. Twerk, son, 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 twerk, son. Let me see a trick. Make it do a trick. Let me see a trick. Make it do a trick. Let me see a trick. Make it do a trick. Come about that Fashion Nova, bust into a split. I told my nigga bring the Louis bag, cause we fucking up a brick. Make it go up and down, yeah, like it's on some other shit. I told the shorty I'm right with the shit. She told me she do that shit right on the dick. You know where to find me, I'm right in the mix with a stick in the bag, cause I'm right with the shits. All of that ass, it must come from your mom. I'm a big step in these Louis Vuittons. I do not plan on keeping it calm, so show me a trick, don't be wasting my time. I got the juice, I got the sauce. I do not plan on taking a loss. I do not plan on walking the store and see what I want and ask what it costs. I just wanna see it do what it do. Me and the gang and you and your crew. You throwing it back and doing the trick. Now what do you know? That's 2 out of 2. Let me see a trick. Make it do a trick. Let me see a trick. Make it do a trick. Let me see a trick. Make it do a trick. Let me see a trick. Make it do a trick. Twerk, son, 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 twerk, son. Let me see a trick. Make it do a trick. Let me see a trick. Make it do a trick. Show me a trick. Show me a trick. Show me a trick. Show me a trick.
I think this is it.
This one?
Yeah, it's right here. Come on.
It better be better than the last one.
What the fuck are you walking like that?
It's still hurting from the last one.
Listen, you said you wanted this, right?
I do.
All right, well, come on.
You gotta talk to me like that, though, Darren.
understand who the fuck you talking to. And who the fuck is there? I'm chocolate motherfucking Chuck. Don't you get it twisted. So you gonna have to prove yourself. You have to shake some ass for some cash. My cash. Why the fuck are you moving like that? Yo,
I'm trying to show you what I'm working with.
Come on, get yourself together. Let's get in there. Get the fuck in there.
It better be that better than the last one. Shit.
Open that fucking door.
Shit smelling like the pussy.
That's your ass.
Showtime, baby. You hear that?
It smell a little bad.
Hey, it don't matter. Listen, we here for one motherfucking minute, baby. My bad.
I got you.
They used to tease and laugh at him. 12 with no hair, wearing bifocals. Wore the same thing cause he had no clothes. Parents had to wear COVID, change the rules. Parents had to wear COVID, change the rules. Parents had to wear COVID, change the rules. Every day was a new day. For little Timmy, every day was the same day. Getting tripped off the bus, kids laughed and called him gay. Timmy got back up and just went away. Never said anything, just went his way. Teachers witnessed why he witnessed, he just looked away. Told the principal, here's what he had to say. Please help me, I'm getting bullied every fucking day. I can't take no more. Lose my fucking mind, I can't think no more. Why am I alive? Just take my soul. At this point, I don't even want to live no more. No, I don't even want to live no more. No, I don't even want to live no more. They used to tease and laugh at him. 12 with no hair, wearing bifocals. Wore the same thing cause he had no clothes. Parents had to wear COVID, change the rules. Parents had to wear COVID, change the rules. Parents had to wear COVID, change the rules. Timmy got home, mom said I'm broke, can't afford no more chemo. Stormed off, ran to his room, began to write a note. So fed up, list the reason why it's gonna grow. Tired of this life, wishing he could be no more again. Playing outside with some friends and be happy again. Wishing he could get some new clothes and be ready to 10. Knowing there's no hope for a girl to be more than a friend. So we opened his drawer, pulled out a knife, held it up to his neck, and started to cry. Should have been the will with school on school. Timmy didn't have to die. Timmy didn't have to die. Timmy didn't have to
That boy P, so it's crazy.
No. I was down, now I'm really about to go get up. 10 rounds, now that nigga can't get up. That's what you get when you go fuck with the vision. My money be piling, we don't do division. The feds be watching, I just gotta get up. I was just down, now I'ma get up. Sleeping on me, I bet that they get up. My money was low, but now I'ma get up. Oh, bet that we get up. Pushing this weight, I'm doing sit-ups. I was just dirty, now I got my fit up. Too good for these bitches, I bet they gon' miss us. And I pack a bag if you think that I'm trippin'.
this shit brisk, like I'm sip Lipton. Even though niggas don't know what to get on. You ain't shit, till your niggas go and get on. Get you some pack, go make a flip homes. Yeah, I'm stuck in my bad ways. Niggas always being burnt out, so I dip them all in the ashtray. I don't understand these niggas that just always talking about, yeah, they past ways. I don't understand these bitches always comparing me to they past days. I give a fuck about you, you give a fuck about me. I just be rapping for money, you be rapping for free. Feel like that I rap like a god, the reason they call me a G. I'm against all of these odds. Niggas ain't fucking with me. Never no worries, Hakuna Matata. They say that I'm hot cause the devil wear Prada. I'm Soulja Boy first and these niggas gon' follow. Catching no feelings, you catching these hollows. Ride with Rodriguez like I fuck with Rollo. Ain't got no time when I see this Movado. Bet that bitch shine like I'm in Monte Carlo. Looking at me like I done hit the lotto. Counting your last days, get hit up. Talking that trash, hey, on Twitter. Your bitch, she be bad, yeah, I'm with her. When she see me, her face be lit up. Boy, better go ahead and mind your business. I don't go back and forth like tenor. Run this game, I don't get no finna. But we bout to get up. 10 rounds, now that nigga can't get up. That's what you get when you go fuck with division. My money be piling, we don't do division. The feds be watching, I just gotta get up. I was just down, now I'ma get up. Sleeping on me, I bet that they get up. My money was low, but now I'ma get up. Oh.
Damn, Matt. This one's
Let's go. Ayy, let's go. Big Simba, nigga. My turn. Ayy, let's go. Ayy, when I'm in the booth, I tell no lies. Don't point me to that beat because them guys ain't one of mine. You see that killing in my eyes. Tell that pussy come outside. Ayy, he was raised to run a high. Let's go, let's go, let's go. When I see my eyes, no talking, we gon' collide. Yeah, I fucked this BM, tripping, fucked up his pride. He say he gon' kill me, shrug my shoulders, then I nod. Ask the last nigga that tried, yeah, you can't cause he with God. Call me Mr. B the eyes, I'm like Moses with that ride. Fuck your rules, we don't abide. I said I love you, but I lied. I like how my bitch sneaky, I can't fuck her, she too easy. Gotta cheat just to come see me, ain't my bitch, but still won't leave me. Hey man, I been poppin' shit, man. Big something, man. Hey, I'm done beef with y'all hoe ass niggas, man. Let me talk to your bitch right quick. Hey, shawty, come here. Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm pissed off my liquor, I might overreact. I pop a bean, we fuck for hours, and let's run back to back. I eat that pussy, I'm free nasty, watch me kiss up a back. I pop her, she talk too much, I put this dick in the neck. Make sure she straight, make sure she ate, that's how you get your respect. I like the hunch, we like the fuck, I think I love having sex. Fuck on your bitch, that's on my man, and I still fuck with my ex. And I ain't waiting on your cousin, I just gotta confess. She got a boyfriend and she messy and she say I'm on next. She don't your nigga, fuck on me, don't have to deal with no stress. Don't trust no nigga, trust no bitches, get that shit out my chest. I fucked on bruh girl and his girl, know why niggas is pressed. Hey bro, I don't even know why you mad, you ain't the first one. You know what I'm saying? I been doing this shit, we been doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't get mad at me, don't hate the game, hate the player. Hey, they call me free, nasty. Some call me Zaddy. I don't do no talking, tryna fuck, send me to Eddie. I don't do no talking, that my business, please don't ask me. She get freaky for me, play with that pussy, spray on her ass cheek. Baby got a figure and stamina, think she an athlete. Bitches here by me, hating, wishing that they had me. Used to fall in love with these hoes, that was the past me. Used to fall in love with these hoes, that was the past. Ay, when I'm in the booth, I tell no lies. Don't point me to that beat because them guys ain't one of mine. You see that killing in my eyes, tell that pussy come outside. Ay, he was raised to run a high. Let's go, let's go, let's go. When I see my eyes, no talking, we gon' collide. Yeah, I fucked this BM, tripping, fucked up his pride. He say he gon' kill me, shrug my shoulders, then I nod. Ask the last nigga that tried, yeah, you can't cause he with God.
Damn, Matt. This one's too
Hey,
hard.
bow your head and pray. You wanna talk to him? Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. Big Sim in this bitch, we turn, nigga.
And we're back after the video break. You okay, CP3?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Just having some behind the scenes shenanigans. Yeah. Folks don't realize that if you're watching my feed, my mic's alive during video break, so you might have heard some conversations and such, during the video break. Just give me out of here.
Someone turn the mics off, I guess.
Bro, yeah. I'm gonna start doing that now.
Let's just say I'm one of those people that, like you can't call and have me on speaker.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people.
At least you know, though.
Oh, yeah. When people get mad at I had you on speaker,
Like, oh, for real? Sucks to be you.
I mean, it's just some shit you expect, like a 5-second buffer, so you can at least, hit a button or something, it just comes out, like, shit, hold up, fast, whoa, time out, flag on the play, illegal procedure, 15 yards, the fuck, can I, Jesus. At least I got some filter.
My filter broke a long time ago.
Mine hanging on by a thread, but at least it's still bad.
You see why my kids be telling me when I get older I'm gonna be Medea. What's this? I don't know what to say on my mouth. Speaking of, this is the Martha Jane Rosé.
That was pretty good. That's pretty good. So if somebody wanted to get these, how would they get them?
So Sugarland Cellars, you can go online and actually they have sugarlandcellars.com, facebook.com. You can go to Sugarland Cellars and you can go on their site. You can place an order. The first one we had was a Baskins Creek Blanc. That's a white wine. And then Martha Jane Rosé. Obviously it's a rosé. For those who don't know, rosé is a blend. So it's not quite, like if you want to dabble into the red wine, but you don't really want the bitterness,
Yeah.
you can do a rosé.
Okay.
We do have some sweet reds, but
You gotta find out how to do 1738.
you know what?
I'm not playing with you. As much as you complain about people mixing alcohol,
At least I know what's being mixed in front of me.
You always knew.
But yeah, I like it. So I'm gonna be real with you. When I picked these out and told them which ones I want them to mail me, I had already gone to different places to do taste testing.
Okay, so you tried it.
So when I tried these, and when they came to me and they got shipped to me, I was like, ooh.
Hey man, you need to put some of this in there. Take it to a whole nother level, bro.
You actually put it in here.
I made a new drink, nigga, 1738 wine, nigga. This is bomb. Shit right here.
But anyway, I was a little scared that it wasn't gonna be good, because I had other drinks prior to drinking this. So.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a storm.
They said the storm's coming. I told y'all it was on its way, and that motherfucker is here, right?
And we had what about that hailstorm the other day?
I was actually sleeping pretty good during that. I heard about it when I woke up.
How did you? Let me tell you. I was in my room minding my own business. I started hearing a little bit of knocking, and I'm like, "What is that boy doing in the living room?" And then he was like, "I said, because I started hearing a little bit more." And he came in my room. He was like, "Mom, you hear that? It's hailing." I was clearly. I was like, "Man, it's about to take the roof off."
That was Thursday, right?
But you was in the basement.
Yeah, that was Monday.
Right. No.
It was Monday.
Yeah, I was off on Monday.
I don't remember.
It was Monday.
I just remember it was a
I remember because I stayed to work late because I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to stay to work late and then my power should be back on by the time.
A lot of people's power went out that day. No, my power didn't go out, but it was a concern.
Mine went out.
I was like, do I need to check my roof? I had to look around my car to make sure everything was good.
Yeah, this might be a quick show tonight.
Yeah, that's a problem. What you gonna put your hands up for?
I don't know.
See? Ain't nobody choking.
Scared, man. I
mean, real talk, this is back in the day, we could have shut it down anyway.
Yeah, we
You know, y'all remember your grandmama tell you when it was storming, let the Lord do His work and cut everything off.
Yeah, and we're gonna give it about 20 minutes, and if it keeps going, we gonna shut the shit down by 8 o'clock.
We gonna let the Lord do His work.
Yeah, we ain't got no surge pressing, and I ain't trying to have shit going on with the kids.
Girl, she came back in, she was like, nope. It's too much out there.
Did you hear the Lord talking to you?
Oh my God.
He said, "Thou shalt open up the clouds and piss on everything."
Really? That is not. You know what?
Something wrong with you thinking,
talking,
man.
this is not.
No, don't mix your shit no more, dog. your mouth be like, no, but
You talking about me. You don't know what to say out your mouth. Where's your filter?
I ain't saying nothing wrong.
Yes, you did.
What the?
Yes, you did. You got a Christian people at us now.
What makes you think, you know what will really set this wine off? 1738.
Right.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
It's brown.
And now you don't know what to
red.
say.
So I was like, let's see what happens if we put this together. And it's damn good. I'll go ahead and make some of that.
So obviously, it's brown and that's red. So that what that means? You like having sex on people's periods?
Keep a red towel for a reason.
Wait,
nigga.
what? How did we get here?
Hey, beginning of the period and the end is good. Middle, I don't do that. But I keep a red towel.
I just need another drink. All right, shut up.
You asked, nigga. I mean, I'm an open book.
Oh my God.
You know what? Let's talk about something positive.
That is positive. That's a positive experience. It eases cramps for her, and it releases pressure off of my ball.
Oh, what? We just came off a music break. We can't go to another one.
I feel like we need one. So let me get the dates right because CP3 has got me unfocused. So June 16th, we'll be in Philly for Artist Showcase. And then we'll be doing live interviews on the spot. June 19th, we'll be back here in DC, and we'll actually be at the Artist Showcase, and we'll actually be interviewing artists on the spot for the show. So we're definitely going to do that, and actually we'll be on the flyer as well. Our logo will be on the flyer as well. So we will be doing that, and then. So one, all you aspiring artists, this is when y'all be inboxing me about when is the next show and how am I going to get put on. Read the flyer. It tells you that this one we're doing in Philly. Then I have another flyer that's going to give you all the dates where we'll be doing. And I'll read it slow for those in the back because I'm evil. So Philly is the 18th. Is June 16th. June 18th. DC is June 19th. Richmond is June 24th. Raleigh, North Carolina is July 9th. Charlotte is July 10th. West Virginia, I know CP3 wants to go there so he can find him a white girl, is the 16th of July.
I know which side of West Virginia.
I ain't
going around that mountain. That's too far.
We ain't going to the mountain.
6 hours. I drive too. I ain't driving.
Trust me, when he driving 2 hours. Miami, we'll be in Miami the 23rd. We'll be in my hometown of New York. Then they said New York / New Jersey, which means we'll probably be right by New Jersey. On August 4th.
Yeah, but it would be North Jersey.
Yeah. August 13th, we are going to Houston. August 20th, we're in Detroit. I will not be in Detroit because I am not about that life. It just says Detroit.
No, it's Detroit. What?
I got some frustrations I need to get out.
What?
Yeah, you look like a Detroit nigga.
Yeah, I might need to go to Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit dudes are special. Like, I used to work with a dude from Detroit, and, like, when it snowed out here, he wore a vest. And I was like, yo, son. I was like, why do you have on a vest? Why don't you have on a coat? And his reply to me was, I'm from Detroit. This ain't nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
I was like, damn. I got my winter coat on, and this nigga literally like, this ain't. He literally wore a vest.
My friend's family's from Wisconsin.
Oh, damn. Shut up. Sip slowly.
No, Ben, what he said, Best? I
Get cut off.
Not everything's a
You saw
bulletproof.
Detroit and Best. I'm thinking, you know, we've been in the city. You got to Best to protect himself from getting shot. That's my mindset.
He said the snow.
It'd be cold out. Maybe had on the outside of his clothes.
He's special. And then we end this tour on September 3rd in Atlanta, and then we actually go back for the AC3 in the end of October. So please, I'm a very old school cat. I'm from the age of riff. Reading is fundamental. Please read the flyer before you ask me questions like, who do I contact? It's on the flyer. How do I get in touch with these people? It's on the flyer. What's the phone number that I call? It's on the flyer. Like, if you're really about your business, then you take time to read and you do. And I'm not saying that to be mean or anything, but it's like this. If you're chasing success, you do what you have to do to be successful. You find out all the information. If this is an opportunity for you, then you should find out all the information so that this opportunity doesn't pass you by. No one's gonna no. My job is to put it up. My job is not to hand it to you. That's just how I roll and how I think about it. But
Tell them how you really feel.
your voice doesn't change. This is gonna be this. All right, the show's over.
What, man?
It's be a whole problem.
What? Ain't nothing wrong.
You got $40 in.
Ain't nothing wrong.
And then watch, he gonna find a way to blame me.
You bought the wine.
He bought the
But you
1738.
put the 1738 in it. You can't blame nobody
It
but
wouldn't be
you.
poured in it if you didn't bring the wine.
Oh my God.
1738 was here before you got here.
Or you could have put the 1738 away for later.
Yep. No, but you wanted to mix it.
Yeah, bro, but it's a good mix. It's a nice blend.
It's rainy. You got $40 in your pocket.
I got $35.99. You go bring it out.
So I guess you're not tipping this week.
Give her right to the corner.
What? What kind of mess are you on?
So if you want to get out in the rain, take it to the gas station.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's God making you cough.
Coughing the truth out. Crazy weather.
This weather is crazy.
It is. When I'm waiting on an Amazon package, it says 3 stops away. And this rain.
You're not coming. So I was your Amazon driver, and I was 3 stops away, and it started to rain like this. I'm like, you ain't getting shit tonight.
I'm glad I wasn't waiting for nothing that when we had that hailstorm.
You tossing that junk from the big. I didn't get your force.
I mean, it should be on my porch. Where else you putting it?
So saying he's swinging that junk, he ain't getting out the top. Fuck that.
He tossing that shit from a distance.
My front yard is too long. We ain't gonna make it.
That means you gonna cut that motherfucker. You gonna place kick that.
I got a camera. I'll see.
John Madden out there conversating. Yeah, it's a 45-yard kick from the street.
It wouldn't be the first time I took a video and sent it to Amazon.
The wind is about 15 miles an hour to the west.
Oh my God.
He's lining it up. It's up. And
No,
it's
that
good.
one was stronger 15.
It's clear as the porch, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a whole storm, like for real.
Oh, man. Them Amazon motherfuckers. I got one of my folks that be ordering Amazon. Like, I go over his house like maybe twice a week. And it's like every time I go over there, Amazon truck pulling up. And the dude, they get out, man, he just like, it's just his routine. He just get out, walk to the porch, put him on the stuff. Hey, how you doing, Mr. Hey, what's going on, man? All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably see you tomorrow, too.
Okay, so Amazon, that's terrible because sometimes it's different people.
You order a lot of shit when you on the first name. When they can tell you your name.
Amazon, like I'm on a first name basis with only one delivery guy now, and that's
You order a lot of shit.
That's my UPS guy. No, because I used to work around the corner, and it was on the same route, so we knew each other. You know, on a business. No, because he was still my UPS guy then. And so I remember one time, like I ordered like a TV, And so I had him bring it to me at work instead of at my house, so that and I could just put it in my trunk or something. Actually, I put it in my office then I put it
Yeah. See, I did that once at my job. I took it to the other dealership. I almost had to cut somebody because they were trying to hang my shit.
Oh no.
Yeah. Like,
But see, the receptionist reported to me too. And at the time, I was on first name basis with the mailman, who, again, on the same route. Like I could walk to work. It was like that.
So CP3, who do you got winning the championship in basketball?
Basketball. I can't go against Golden State. I mean, in the East, the Heat and the Boston series been kind of back and forth. Shit, the fuck is that? Oh, that's right, that's fine. So yeah, I'm going with Golden State in the NBA. I don't put no money on this shit. I don't watch all the time, but like I said, I can't go against Steph Curry and the Warriors and the team that Steve Kerr is leading, that Mark Jackson started is never prepared for. But yeah, I think Golden State's going to take it. NHL right now, I don't know. It's so wide open right now. I don't even know. Still got one more round to get to the conference finals. We'll break that down tomorrow. So trying to think what else I got going. That's some shit to talk about.
You want us to come back to what you need to say?
Yeah, you go ahead and talk about it.
Well, I do want to say in hip hop news, Quavo and Takeoff from the Migos released a joint single, and simultaneously, Offset and Cardi unfollowed the other two members of Migos, leading a lot of people to believe that the Migos have officially broken up. So I guess we'll wait and see how that's going to go. Me personally don't really care, but seeing as though they're supposed to be all blood relatives, I'm like, that's unfortunate.
I mean, it's one of those things where they put more emphasis. Oh, well, they unfollowed each other, right? That's just.
It was right there with the joint single, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's the part that, Now, you have to also remember that in their age group and under, unfollowing someone is everything.
Yeah, that's true.
That's big news, So, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, somebody unfollowed me one day.
I usually don't know.
I did. I found out, and I thought it was the funniest shit in the world.
I actually go to my memories to look at who likes stuff and see who unfriended me. And that shit be funny.
That's the only time I'll find out.
So you were trolling somebody this week.
Oh man.
Yeah,
you want to talk about that?
I mean, we can. I stopped talking politics on my page because I got tired of getting put in jail and messing with my views on my shows. But I had it's just one Republican. That's a football fan, so he follows me from football coverage. And I normally stay away from this post because it's normally something ignorant and what a Republican conservative spin on it. And he put a post up about the reason why he stopped watching the NBA is because he had a post about Michael Jordan from shown to contribute over $10 million to China because NBA has developmental leagues over there. Basketball is huge over there, even bigger than it is here. And I made a simple comment. He's talking about how can people support this? They the largest country with slaves and all of this other crap. And I just pointed out the fact that okay, we're talking about China, but I haven't heard of any of us getting killed over there by, unarmed by the police. So, I mean, before you start looking at other countries, take a look at what's going on here. And, his classic response, that's different. The more white people get killed by police than black people. And you know, another person chimed in. I wish I had saw when she chimed in. I fried her too. But in the end of the day, it was all about him deflecting. I'm like, okay, you're pointing the finger at China, but we have our own problems and, you know, have our own issues that we're not addressing because we're constantly focusing on other places instead of fixing the problems here. And, you know, then he makes the comment about, you know, he brought up race. Of course he had to. So he had to bring up, you know, saying I wanted attention. That's why I'm on this post. I mean, you put a post up on social media. That means it's meant for discussion. You have a point of view. I have a counterpoint of view. That's not me whining. That's not me getting emotional. That's me countering your bullshit with my opinion on what you're talking about. And because your tactic is to keep on doubling down and keep on talking about China, and I'm going to double down and keep on talking about our own country, that's the problem with folks in this country.
So, let me get this straight. Shout out to my man Goody, who's watching on IG.
Hi, Goody.
So, he said that more white people are attacked by the police than black people.
Yep. I mean, statistically, it's true because there's more white people than black people
when
in this
you look
country.
at the percentage,
Percentage-wise,
it's different.
but the cases aren't the same. So I didn't even acknowledge that point because that's a matter of deflection that they use to get off the point, and I was not going to give him that satisfaction. So he continued to try to deflect, talk about black on black crime, talking about, you know, Biden and how he's behind China and stuff like that. And I just got to ask him, what about the problems in this country? We have slavery going on in this country. Just because you have a job and get paid for your work doesn't mean you're not a slave. Everyone in this country is a slave to the American capitalist machine.
The prison system is the new slavery.
Yeah. I didn't even touch on that because then he would have got into what they did, what they were supposed to do as citizens. They wouldn't be in jail.
A lot of people are targeted.
But as I say, that was his way of deflecting. I was not going to take the bait. That's why they can't stand me, because I don't fall for the deflection bullshit.
Right.
I'm going to keep going at you until you answer my fucking question. And he couldn't. Then he got in his feelings. Then he said, you know, he had to bring race into it after he bought the food stamps. Like, oh, if you want attention because you're on my post, why don't you go talk to the people at food stamps? I'm sure they have time to listen to your bullshit.
The people with food stamps are majority white.
No, I said, that's cool.
That's the majority white people.
And I said, honestly, I'm about to reapply to get my food stamps back reinstated because that's good.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know it's more white people on, but like I said, I know what he was trying to do, and I wasn't going to give him the satisfaction. That's what being the king of assholeness means. You don't give people what they want when they're urging for it, but you take them right to the cusp of it, and then you smack the shit out of them with sarcasm. And then they're just sitting there like, damn, I didn't see that coming. I know you didn't, because you're a dumb
Wait, how they say
motherfucker.
it?
You didn't see that coming. Because they're some dumb motherfuckers, man.
You special.
So I'm
Here's
baiting
the thing, when I ask him to rebuild the game, he entertains me.
I know.
I got to, man. I got to bring that shit back. I had this motherfucker over there. I was bored at work. It was a slow day.
Of course
I
you
had
are.
nothing to do.
That's why you were doing
I had this motherfucker on the line for 3 hours saying ridiculous shit, and I'm just trolling him the whole time. And I started tagging other folks like, come read this shit. You're putting words in now. You're talking about the black people. And he said, you know, the thing that was the kicker. He's like, yeah, I don't understand you black people. Everybody, you know, you guys are.
You black people?
Well, he didn't say you, but that's the tone that basically was coming out.
I would have had to find
you know, he basically said you blacks. That's what he said. He's in
Blacks.
Florida. Yeah, he's a Florida guy.
I don't care where he's
Yeah.
from.
So yeah, blacks have it pretty good now. You know, you have certain companies that have to hire you because you're black. I'd be embarrassed to be a black person. I said, okay. I said, okay, so at first I said, okay, you're coming with the food stamps. I saw that one coming. But, ironically, you couldn't exist as a black man because you're too soft as a person, as a human being. You couldn't deal with the scrutiny and the fight that we have to get some of the rights that you're given to because of your privilege, which you don't want to acknowledge because we've had that conversation before. So, if you really want to get down to it, which I know you don't, you keep commenting, and I'm going to keep saying shit that make you look stupid. So, as long as you reply, I'm going to reply back. Like, you need to get a life. I have one. trolling you for the night because you keep commenting back. Like, which part don't you understand? I'm going to get the last word in this motherfucker. I will. And it got to the point where I'm waiting for him to block me. He's one of the ones that refuse to block me. And I'm one of those guys that's going to make me block.
He likes art.
That's cool. But I'm going to get to see, I don't want to get put in jail, so I can't really go to the extent that I normally go to get blocked. Because I know what buttons to push to get blocked, but I know.
Yeah, when you tell people to eat a bag of baby genitalia, that usually gets you blocked.
That's one of my favorites, man.
You can't
It just
say
rolls
that.
off the
You
tongue.
can't say that.
It just rolls off the tongue,
You
though.
can't say that anymore. But I mean, I'm proud of him. He hasn't been in Facebook jail in a long time.
They're already restricting my views. They're killing my feeds. I'm like,
I mean, you're not the only one. They
I know,
do.
man. That's why I'm just like.
Well, I mean, I don't even know when people tag me anymore.
I ain't even gonna say what's
It's all CP3's fault.
Yeah, I still take the blame for it. It's my fault.
Yeah, I mean, they got me associated.
Yeah, that's my fault. Y'all guilty by association, man. It's my fault. Profiling was wrong.
They hate us because of
Oh, you know, because for one point you used to yell people's names.
Yes.
I mean,
please don't. Please don't yell at that man.
No, I can't deal with him. He got the upper hand. I can't fuck with him. Anybody else I can fuck with, but can't.
But they won't let us say the N-word anymore. Y'all notice that?
Oh man, for real?
Yeah, if we say it, then we'll get put in Facebook.
Whoa, for real? 'Cause I say it all the time. Damn.
No, on your post.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
I was like, you about to take a call?
Somebody said I had feedback on my.
You bootlegging?
No, but
That's what I thought he
I
was
had echo
doing.
on my joint at home, but I was thinking
That's why I was like, are you really? I thought he was taking a call. I was about to say, what is her name?
What happened to your Bluetooth?
I ain't used my Bluetooth in a minute. I ain't
What, earphones, like speakers or something?
Yeah, Bluetooth, yeah. That was good feedback.
Oh man.
Yeah, I got people to check in, let me know if I told them I'm having some technical difficulties. I got people to check in, let me know if my levels is right and everything.
You know, CP3, I'm so proud of you when you be doing your businessman stuff.
I told you I'm a man of the people, baby. Trying to make it happen. Trying to change my ways. To be a better man.
Are you excited to see the new Oklahoma quarterback play? Football?
Oh.
Where are you laughing?
I'm
What's so
trying
funny?
to remember his name.
Oklahoma has committed, they landed a commitment from a quarterback from, I think, Texas. And the young man's name is General Booty.
Yeah, you know what?
Shake your head.
I thought I read something about
Yeah,
that.
I sent it to you guys. I feel like you neither one of you wanted to touch it.
So that's his real name?
That's his real name.
General?
Now, I will say this.
General Booty?
In the South, it is common to have names like General. Like, I have someone,
Yeah, General is
my
cool.
great-grandfather's name was Governor. Like, they would name someone, you know, like the name.
So is he black or white?
He's a Caucasian young man.
Is he mixed?
No. His name is General.
You know what I was going for.
Booty. I feel like if your child's name is Booty, and you're gonna keep that surname, you have to be very careful of what you name.
At least he was named Big Booty.
You could have gave his first name Loose Booty.
Really?
I mean, General Booty. I mean,
Hey, CP3, did you ever date any females with the last name Booty?
I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
You gotta think about it.
He don't know their last name. He don't know their
Real
last
name. Real name.
You don't know their real name.
You probably don't.
I checked ID. I told you that.
You got any exes that's in Oklahoma?
No, he's from Texas.
Whoa. You got any white girls in Texas?
No, I don't know white girls in Texas. But what was that one name? I don't remember her name.
You remind me of that chick from American Pie that one time at vacation.
at one time and
You
bang.
always have these random stories. And we'll think they going one way, and you'll be like, wait, what?
And these shits just go all the way left.
Right,
I was
it's like,
in
this one
Houston.
time in Bangkok?
That was a crazy time in my life. Cause I was dating a girl that was living in Houston. Well, she had got a job in Houston, so I was going down there once a month, and I was being a good boyfriend, and she treated me to a night out to the strip club, and we went to the Penthouse strip club that was building new suites. We got the grand tour. She was thinking about dropping 10 grand on the suite for us to have, so we would go there. And we went to the champagne room, and for my birthday, I took a nice Caucasian young lady home for the night and had some fun.
But you don't remember her name.
You ain't gonna know her name. You know that.
But you were strapped up, weren't you?
Huh?
Never mind. Next question.
What?
Next question.
I was what?
Where's TLC when you need them? We need to put decorative condoms all over this man's clothes.
Yeah. And you didn't bring the sage this week?
I have it, but I didn't think I was going to need to bring it out. I was like, oh, I'm bringing wine. But he was going to put 1738 in it. Huh. You can you can hear. At least that's what I was saying.
I heard that before too. People say you can hear.
Alright, let's go to a video break, because
Yeah, so he's acting that. I feel like he's slowly going downhill. You don't drink that water. You got a bottle of water over there. You ain't even drink half of it. There's no music playing yet. You know that, right? He was dancing.
It's in my head.
I didn't even put the song up yet.
Right, he's dancing.
Okay, ayy, don't violate. Yeah, you know I taught you better. You know if we put our minds together, we can get this cheddar. We gon' get whatever you desire. I ain't worried about these little pipsqueaks, they know I'm higher. I'm feeling like a giant. Shawty, she think I'm flyer. She digging my attire. Shawty, she look like Maya. She say her body's like, whoa, well shit, I'm trying to try it. After we finish in that back room smoking exotic, I ain't playing no games, I ain't got time to waste. If you down with the team, then let me hear you scream. Big paper chasers, we some bosses, you know what I mean. We like the Wu-Tang Clan, we all about the
Push button Tesla, that bitch running. DC gas, windows tinted, blick on go, big 450, one man army, no lieutenant. Bitch don't send it, I'ma go get it. Finesse me a plug, bitch, you know who did it. Big dog shit, Oside Senate. Get smoke for some loud or get smoke for some midget. Niggas be wailing like they really in it. No Keenan, Nick Hill, all that shit really in. I just came up from hell and I'm feeling my city. I should book me a shorty and bust on her titty. Get bitch, I'm freaky, I'm wild and I'm needy. Whenever I'm hungry, I tend to get greedy. I love me a bitch that can show she don't need me. She front all she want, but I bet she won't leave. Just load up this cannon, get sent to a planet. Just know that I see my whole future, I planned it. I'm numb to the damage, just turned to a savage. I lost me some niggas, I still feel the tragedy. These niggas ain't talking about money, it's static. I ain't got shit in the closet, this shit in the attic. 20 band lick, bitch, I really had it. I had more money than your fucking dad. Just cash me a check for 2,000 at Kroger's. I'm going to Florida, just rented a Rover. Met a new bitch and I'm bending her over. I'm driving high, but I'm fucking her sober. These niggas green and they think they a Clover. I'm in the city, slinging that cola. I want a Tesla, I feel like Nicola. I do not argue with dummies or soldiers. Push button Tesla, that bitch rented. DC gas, windows tinted, blick on go, big 450, one man army, no lieutenant. Bitch don't send it, I'ma go get it. Finesse me a plug, bitch, you know who did it. Big dog shit, Oside Senate. Get smoke for some loud or get smoke for some midget. I'm not to the damage, I'm not to the damage, I'm not to the damage, I'm not to the damage. These niggas ain't talking about money, it's static.
Yeah.
I don't get this motherfucker right. Right.
If you ain't a boss, switch your position. They hating me on the low. I cannot listen. I pack your bag if you trippin'. I got me your superstition that you been looking for ways. Get me up off this mission. My grandma told me, boy, watch what you pitching. You stay safe at the base and not what you whipping. They just all in my business. Scotty knows just what a pippin'. Flow like I be rapping, tiptoeing J's when I'm riffing. They say I be hot, but I think I'm sizzling. Surgically put on the clinic, spit it out just to a dentist. Try to do me some good, but they say I'm a menace. We back and forth like it's tennis, and I can't mold out my image. But we can't really change what you already felt, and nobody can say we never did help, never did it to mention. So let's calm all the tension. Let's just show you what's real and just get back to this business, you know. Tryna make a flip up off a quarter P. This is what it is and what it's supposed to be. I've been right here if you ain't noticed me. It's them Southside Squad niggas for the D. We been right here if you ain't noticed me. We been right here if you ain't noticed me. We been right here if you ain't noticed me. We been right here if you ain't noticed me. A rapper step up to me. That be a no-no, I be deaf cause they so-so, WWE. I got the game in a chokehold, stamp it just like a logo. Just keep it on the low-low, they like I'm back on my mojo. Man, I still be great, either riding or solo. Used to bag up them Cincos, just to make back that Ocho. Going into OT, when I was loving that Coco. Spit it all on some promo, I'm talking tables and photos. Dying for what I love, I forgot about the Toto. Don't become a D-Rust, that mean you breaking a bro code. Man, all of these threats, I might just buy me a fofo. Try and get all of these checks, so I don't see you just no more. Man, you rapping ass niggas, I see you done change. Even when I touch my first million, I stay the same. You can't deliver the know. Fuck this game like a porno. They hearing this like, oh no, ain't from DC, but he go. Tryna make a flip up off a quarter P. This is what it is and what it's supposed to be. I've been right here if you ain't noticed me. It's them Southside Squad niggas for the D. We been right here if you ain't noticed me. We been right here if you ain't noticed me. We been right here if you ain't noticed me. We been right here if you ain't noticed me.
I
I gave my heart, you lied. Supposed to be right here by my side. You convinced me with them lies, telling me how you was gon' ride. And you would never leave my side, but times got hard, then you ran away. Sad to say you left my heart so traumatized, like I just seen a homicide. But life was on, had to move on for the better. Yeah, I know you hate to see me doing better. Had you jealous when you see me with my new bitch doing some new shit? Like, why you got me out here looking stupid and so foolish? I ain't got time for these games, no, no. And I ain't got time for the reminiscing, cause we didn't have the same intentions. Guess you ain't get it, too busy stuck in your feels. You ain't care about how I was feeling, fuck how you feeling. Bitch, you tripping, talking about how shit would be different between me and you. But ain't no difference, cause you never ever listened. Thought I cheated with them bitches, couldn't blame me for assuming. Supposed to be right here, supposed to be right here with me. Could be right here with me, supposed to be right here with me. Could be right here with me, supposed to be right here with me. Yeah, I gave my heart, you lied. Supposed to be right here by my side. You convinced me with them lies, telling me how you was gon' ride. And you would never leave my side, but times got hard, then you ran away. Sad to say you left my heart so traumatized, like I just seen a homicide, but life goes on.
Had to move on, cause all I could feel was all this pain. All that shit you done to me, so I won't be the same. I caught you cheating, you begged and pleaded, didn't mean a thing. I took you back, you did it again, man, I should be ashamed. Feeling like my life sucks, I knew this was a dirty game. But can't complain, I had a hunch, I should've took the hint. Tired of your lies, enough of that, I had to up and split. I know you hate it when you see me with another bitch. We doing things that make you jealous, make you throw a fit. You in the past, I moved on, no need for me to reminisce. I got a new chick, yeah, she with me and she down to ride. Bonnie and Clyde, and you know it ain't no switching sides. This could be us, but this what happens when you telling lies.
Yeah, I gave my heart, you lied. Supposed to be right here by my side. You convinced me with them lies, telling me how you was gon' ride. And you would never leave my side, but times got hard, then you ran away. Sad to say you left my heart so traumatized, like I just seen a homicide, but life goes on.
Okay, and we're back. We're back. Let's wind this down because I keep hearing God talking to me outside. Like, shut this joint out.
So to keep it rolling, that shit got me entertained.
He's like, maybe CP3 needs to go home because he's a little wild tonight.
A little?
Yeah. So before we end this joint, here's a quick item. What's a deal breaker for you with a female CP3?
Oh, there's a lot of red flags that are a deal breaker for me. Can't communicate, can't take criticism, don't know who you are, affected by other people's opinions, affected by social media. I got wrong. I know all the don'ts.
So, can't take criticism.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I mean, nobody's perfect. And the toughest thing is to look yourself in the mirror and realize that, there's things you need to improve upon. And, at one point in my life, I wasn't able to do that, but you have to. That's part of self-growth. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has things that they can get better on or strengthen. People say you have flaws or weaknesses, but you can always strengthen them. So, it's hard for people to look themselves in the mirror and see some of the stuff that they need to work on, so they'd rather focus on other folks, and that's where a lot of the hate and the trolling comes from, because they'd rather focus on someone else's lives because it's easier to do that than focus on their own. Because there's a lot of tough decisions people have to make that they don't want to make or aren't prepared to make, and you're not doing anything but fooling yourself. And then if you're bringing someone into a relationship and you're not sure of who you are, and you expect this person to love you unconditionally, but if you don't know who you are, how are they supposed to know who you are to love you? to give you that unconditionally. So you're upset at them for not loving you unconditionally, but you're not loving yourself first of all because you don't know who the fuck you are, and then you're expecting somebody else to help complete you to make you feel like the person you think you should be, but you still don't know because you never took the time to examine it. And that's a classic flaw of what I see in relationships over and over again, mine included.
All right, let me answer that. Same question for you.
I mean, I don't have a whole speech.
You don't have a Braveheart speech?
Oh my god.
I'm looking on my soapbox.
No.
Pull it out.
No. What?
Huh? I told you my pull out game.
What?
Huh?
What does that have to do with the person of today?
It's spectacular, son.
Why do we need to know that? Why do people
You seem a little traumatized and appalled at the same time.
What?
The public service announcement.
Okay, thanks for sharing. That's why we say that you have all these kids out here. Okay. Well, for me, deal breakers, inconsistency, and I hate liars. I loathe lying. Like, there's some people who literally, like you say, what did you eat for breakfast? They'll say, oh, I had steak and eggs, and the whole time they had cinnamon toast crunch. Like, why are you lying? I hate that.
I can dig that.
Huh?
I can dig that. That makes sense.
And then I do not. I can't. I have kids, okay, and I have like nieces and nephews that I've played part of their growing up. So to talk to another adult that lacks emotional maturity, that's a problem. You have to have emotional maturity, meaning you're able to articulate how you feel. You're not going to have a temper tantrum or, these playing games and stuff. All of that is a blanket thing. Just make sure you have emotional maturity. So I have three things. Doesn't matter what. Emotional maturity. Meaning, especially if you want something, like be blunt, be honest about it. The inconsistency. I don't like inconsistent people. And then the lying. Those are my three.
I think for me, it would be probably inconsistency. If we cool one week, but then we not cool the next week, I can't. Like, I'm a Gemini. I got enough shit I gotta balance on my fucking own. Then I gotta balance your shit too. That's a lot.
Y'all some very unbalanced.
Exactly. I'm trying to balance my own damn self, and then one minute we cool, and the next minute we not, and because it depends on when you're inconsistent. You may catch me on the wrong day, and I'll be like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Okay, we're done. Yeah. And it could have been something we probably could have worked out, but because one day you're hot and another day you cold, and like I said, I'm already battling my own personal demons. Like, I just want consistency.
Yeah.
But they don't know how to do that because they're 1 foot in and 1 foot out on most of the.
But you're saying that they who?
Not just women. I mean,
no, but I'm saying that's
most people.
A lot of people, but then there are a lot of people who can demonstrate consistency.
Yeah, but then the issue comes through when someone is consistent in certain situations. Not all. The female is waiting for an inconsistent moment to call him out for and never acknowledges all the consistencies that he's done.
Well, that's why you should also have someone that has emotional maturity.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's just.
But you're saying female. I'm not making this.
No, I mean, it goes both ways.
Right. But here's my thing: when it comes to consistency, people are consistent about what they want to be consistent about.
True.
If you can't be consistent about me, then that's a deal breaker for me. I'm going to go elsewhere. We cool, no hard feelings, but I'll go elsewhere. If you can consistently do something on a daily basis, but you can't be consistent with me, that means you're capable of being consistent. Like, you got guys that consistently go to the barbershop, the same barber, every week, same time. He's consistent with that, right?
Yes.
But when it comes to his girl, he can't. And the same thing with some women. They have a standing appointment. They always make it, for their nails or their hair or whatever. But when it comes to their man, they can't be consistent. I feel like everyone is capable of being consistent.
Yeah.
But it depends on what you're being consistent about. If you can't be consistent with me, that means I'm not for you. You don't want to be.
That's a very valid point, and that goes into the deeper issue on both sides. That you have folks that want to be in a relationship, but aren't mentally, like you say, ready to be in a relationship. It's just the fact that they don't want to be alone, and they just decide to be with somebody because they would rather be with somebody they're not in love with than rather be alone.
Well, that's on to me is on a whole nother level is who don't know how to be alone, and they think being in a relationship makes them happy, and it really don't.
And my thing is, if you can't be happy alone, you can't be happy with another person.
Exactly, because you have to know and love yourself before anybody else can.
Well, a lot of
That's
people.
what it comes down to.
A lot of people. It's funny because a lot of people, and this is just my opinion. A lot of people don't have a lot of self-love for themselves.
No.
A lot of people need to be validated for love.
Right, and you can't put that on your significant other.
No.
You can't push that, your validation, your self-esteem, your self-love. It should be self. You shouldn't get that the way you feel about yourself from other people.
So one of the things is, and I had a girlfriend, she was crazy back in the days of my early 20s. But one of the biggest turning points was that she loved me more than she loved herself. And she would say things like that, and I'd be like, ah.
And you put yourself in a situation when you're in that situation for other people to do you dirty, take advantage of you.
Yeah.
But see me, if I'm in a relationship, I'm really nice to the other person, right? I can, quote unquote, spoil them. And a lot of times, it processes through their mind as if I love them more than I love myself. So they're thinking that I'm going to put up with certain things. And that's where they kind of mess up. So
Yeah.
a lot of people they think that about you, and then they start trying to take advantage of that, and I don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, for me, it's always gonna be like if you're not consistent. If we good one week, then we cold. Like when I was in, like I said, when I was in my 20s, toxic relationships were fun.
Not in my 20s.
As I got older, that shit ain't fun.
See, I wasn't really in there.
No, in
You what? I want to hear this live.
I really wasn't.
Hold on, I want to hear this live.
No, I really wasn't in the toxic because I was.
Nigga, you wasn't toxic,
You were
nigga.
the toxic one.
You were the toxic one. What are you talking about?
I can say that.
You were the toxic one.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay,
Every story you told me, nigga, you were the toxic
You
nigga.
sitting up here on this show with people who know better.
I walked into that.
I'm not into toxic relationships. You don't want her to be toxic so that you can be the toxic one.
You the toxic one.
You tainted the relationship, sir.
You said if we did a show about your relationship, it would be called, we would have to change the name of the guilty because no one is innocent. Nigga, you're the toxic one.
I was.
Yes.
Past
Okay then. So don't sit up here and get on your soapbox.
I had to realize, I forgot.
You didn't realize you was toxic?
Yeah, at that time in my life.
You knew you was toxic.
At that time, I didn't. Now I do. Because I was in the middle of it, man. I was going through a lot of shit, man. There was a lot of pressure on me back then.
I bet it's a lot of pressure.
Hey, women from all directions come out of nowhere and shit. How to back that shit off, man? When you're not ready to.
I know, I mean.
For you.
Yeah,
I mean, all the stuff you did in that poor church parking lot.
Line, huh? It is lightning outside. I don't want it to come in.
That's an exclamation point. We're like, yeah.
No. That's a big no.
Yeah, it's
But
I did some things in my past.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, look, I've lived a full life. I tell people that all the time.
I mean, but I say that only because, and it's good that you recognize that you were toxic. Like, because here's the thing too. There are times I'm not the toxic one, but there are times I am the toxic one because I know in my 20s I did a lot of toxic shit. I know in my 30s I did a lot of toxic shit. Recognizing that sometimes you're the problem shows your growth. Because you got to recognize, I think it was Ivana Vasquez, I think I read in the book. It's called The Meantime. It's like you gotta realize what part you play in your own unhappiness.
Yeah, you're the constant. The other person that changes in each relationship, but you're the constant in each relationship. So it can't always be the other person.
Exactly. So, just want to get that out. I think every now and then we gotta, put a good service message out after a ratchet show.
You try to inform the folks.
Yes.
You try to give them a perspective that they might not hear everywhere else. But it comes down to knowing who you are.
Yeah.
And finding out what your passion is and what do you want to do with your life. Because once you figure that out, then no person, man or woman, is going to derail you or play games with you because you're focused on your goal and you're not going to have time for bullshit. That's why a lot of people put up with bullshit, because they don't have anything else going on in their life and they'd rather put all their energy and effort into, a new relationship, this is something I can do, and then they realize the person they didn't put all this time into it is a piece of shit and they're not ready for a relationship, and then it's a whole other situation.
But it also comes to, I think, is you gotta be willing to grow. Like one of the things is that you gotta accept. You gotta be willing to change some of your behavior. It is because I used to be so petty growing up. If a girl kept me on the phone for put me on hold for 3 seconds, I'd be like, yo, hang up.
So you were petty?
Oh
my God.
Yes, a Gemini was petty.
I wasn't that petty. I gave him a minute and a half.
Okay, but here's the problem. He's petty. You have your own separate struggles.
Yeah, like if you hung up on me, don't ever expect me to talk to you ever again. To me, that's like spitting in my face.
But have you hung up on people?
No, I don't hang up on people because I know I feel it's disrespectful.
It
I'll say goodbye, and if you don't acknowledge my goodbye, I'm sorry. But in order for us to remain friends right now, I think it's best for us to get off the phone. So I'm going to hang up. We can talk later. I'll call you if you answer, then I know we're cool. If you don't, then I know what it is. But I'm getting off the phone right now.
It's probably after you said something absolutely outrageous, meaning you're being toxic because you said something absolutely outrageous. Then you chose to get off the phone and end the call, which is technically hanging up. But because you gave your spiel, you're not counting that as hanging up. So yeah, that's what that sounds like.
That's very manipulative.
That's the new. I said goodbye. I did not just hang up. There was no just in the middle click. No, I said goodbye.
Well, the funny thing is you better than me because I've hung up on plenty of people. I've actually had somebody hang up on me, and then the next time we talked was like, "Well, why didn't you call me?" I was like, "Didn't you hang up on me?" It was like, "Yeah, but you should have called back." I was like,
"See, no, if you hang up on someone, you're not supposed to expect them to call back. That's not."
I was like, "Do you know who I am?"
Because real talk, if I call back and someone hung up on me, I'll ask, "Did you hang up on me?" And if they say yes, oh, okay. So now it's like a whole war,
So let me tell you this.
I feel like that's disrespectful.
Let me tell you this. So this was happened back in the days when this is our oldest story is. We had pagers back then. So
you said pagers?
Pagers.
I had a clear one.
So I had a girl, and we're still friends to this day. But we got to arguing, and I hung up on her ass. I was like,
"Man, tell me that y'all wasn't paging each other."
No, I didn't page. I did not know that she had my fucking pager in speed dial.
Oh, she blew you up.
She blew me up to the point that I had to take the battery out the pager because the motherfucker.
You couldn't shut it down because it took too long and it kept going.
So, and then the next morning when I put the pager in, the battery back in the pager, it was still going off.
Yep.
So,
because all those pages that didn't come through.
My man wanted me to hang out with him, and he was going to the club that night. I missed that call.
Yeah.
I missed another call.
Yeah, look, you the one took the battery out.
Yo, and
they only held a certain amount of pages.
Man.
I think it was like 20 or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
We said pages, nigga.
Pagers?
Yeah, the next cell pages.
Okay, no. When the pagers first came out.
First came out, I was a little bit younger.
Okay.
Wait, you're not younger than me?
I'm just saying, I didn't get my first page until I was like 17.
Okay, So in 97, 98.
95, I would say.
97, 98.
It's happened around 95, nigga.
Having a pager, and I remember that first of all there was no Nextel pagers at that time, and I remember you can only get like 20 pages, or the oldest one would delete.
Man,
So I don't know.
I don't care what Babylon got money.
But that had to been like 90. Okay.
It wasn't Nextel. It was called Nexus. I know what page he's talking about.
Yeah, exactly. We got him through the job. We had him through the job when I first started working.
Okay.
I know what page he's talking about.
So I never had a pager.
That pager was a higher grade of pager.
I never had a pager for a job.
It held more numbers.
Right. Okay.
But let me just tell you,
That shit done went through everywhere.
humbling experience. And here's the stupid thing. After all that arguing and fussing, her blowing up my pager, me hanging up on her, we still wound up spending the weekend together. And then when I realized that, I was even more blown because I realized that I won the battle, but I completely lost the war at the end. Just imagine waking up in the middle of the night and be like, motherfucker.
Please don't put 1738 in there.
So that was pretty much my toxic story. We don't have enough time for your story, CP3.
I can't recall me being toxic.
You never did anything toxic to a dude?
I'm one of those people. I'm gonna be nice and sweet and give no problems until you do something to me.
So I know a story, but I can't say it on air when she was being toxic.
I wasn't. No, I reacted to something that he did.
In a toxic way.
He was being toxic.
You can't.
You counted his toxicity.
Self-defense.
You can't.
It's self-defense. No.
No.
You cannot walk away when someone is 6'1", 240.
That's not what
you're 5'7", whatever.
That's not.
You
We're talking about this other six, not that.
That ain't.
Oh, that's what y'all talking
no,
about.
we talking about.
Toxic.
That was toxic. That was so toxic. That's with the capital T toxic. You can't give a person.
When you give a person what they want, I don't understand how you being toxic.
Because you know he can never do it again.
Because the intent was there to make it toxic.
And you have admitted to us that you upped it a level leading up to that, knowing that you were going to dump this dude.
I was not being toxic.
I
was
what?
Providing.
I need a drink for this shit.
What had happened was
decent
and
memorable
my homework
day. I don't see the problem is. I don't know why you guys think that was toxic.
The dog ate my homework.
I don't understand why you guys thought that was toxic.
And she pours a bottle of wine.
And I bet you
so we can think it's less toxic.
And I bet you he still ain't recovered to this day.
That's not my concern.
See? That's toxicity right there.
No, it's not.
That's a little bit of toxic.
And you heard how it came out?
When someone...
You see how fast that response came. There was no pause.
When someone plays games with you, and you give them exactly what they want, the good and the bad, I don't see the problem. How am I the toxic one? If that was not something that he wanted in his life...
Just like you said to me, why didn't you just walk away?
Wait.
Wait, what?
Wait, why didn't you just walk away on what?
Once you found out that he was playing games, why didn't you just walk away?
When did I say that to you?
You said that to me the same way, but I so-called antagonized the situation. I didn't take the high road and just walk away.
Okay, so exactly. This is completely different.
What
is wrong with you? This is completely different. You do the worst and most outrageous things.
We didn't talk about the
you
degree.
Don't give people what they want. You give them what you want.
We didn't talk about the degree of the toxicity.
You always trying to compare your nonsense.
Because I'm trying to see why mine is so bad compared to yours.
So that last one is my least favorite out of
it's a little stronger and tart.
It's a lot tart. I can drink it though, but it's tart as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Why you making that face for?
Because it make you, like you say, it's tart. Taste with some pussy or something.
Wait, what? This is what I'm talking. This is when we say you be paying for stuff.
Something I'm thinking about when you cut this.
What? What kind of that's the first thing to your mind.
Right now, yeah.
Oh my god.
But
you can't have no more wine.
But you could be a little toxic, Lady Antoinette.
I thought y'all was talking about that other situation.
Nah.
That happened almost 20 years ago.
No, we ain't talking about that one, Sir Shankalot. We're not talking about that. We're talking about.
That's a discussion for Discovery ID.
Yeah.
Reenact.
What?
Leave me alone, James. No. I have no choice but to defend myself.
That's what happened.
So, but I think everybody has a little bit of toxic.
Yeah, we do. We all do. But
no, it's funny how the most toxic person ever is. Yeah, we all do. No.
It's all the same group. I'm not the bad one. We're all bad.
He was quick to say.
Because my association does.
You know, he was waiting for that. He was like, I'm finally good.
We all alike.
With Triple X, no.
I mean, we all have our.
I mean, I've had my moments where I feel like.
It's growing pains.
Especially as a teenager, playing little games. I feel like, to me, that is a level of being toxic. But outside of stuff like that, I mean, that's my goal. And then on top of that, it's funny, y'all talking, what type of game?
Yeah.
You know, like, manipulation. You know, manipulating someone to do something that you want them to do.
See, it's hard, though, because when you know you can, and then trying to be the good person and not use that ability to do that is the catch.
It's hard for you to
back
not
then it was. Yeah,
people.
it was hard back then.
This is the most toxic individual ever.
No, but you brought it up.
It's so hard to not manipulate people.
So now it's not, but back then in my 20s.
So Lady Antoinette, when we get off the air, I'm gonna tell you about a conversation that we had off the air before the show started that I can't say on air because it's that bad.
And he was being toxic, wasn't he?
Man,
I had toxic thoughts, but I didn't say I was going to go through with it. All right.
That's the hard.
Wait a minute. You kind of did say you were going to go through it, but we'll talk about that once the show actually ends.
I told you it's a daily struggle.
Obviously,
I was the day before.
Obviously, you about to make a U-turn.
It's always a shaky roll, baby.
Wait, you chasing that wine with beer?
Body chase was 17.
How you, dog? You drinking 3 things at once? What the fuck is
Bro, at the bar, man, ain't that what we do? You got 4 bottles of wine.
You know.
We had 4 moonshines and 4 whiskeys a couple of weeks ago.
Look, man, when you out drinking 151, it's a problem.
So the only reason why I'm closer to the bottles, if you was closer, you'd probably be drinking them too.
Oh,
that's an interesting point.
Toxic people blame everyone else.
but that may be some facts in that. So, I can't.
When we open.
It's I'm trying to think what it reminds me of.
It reminds me of
a tart wine.
It reminds me of D'Amico Star. This joint is bitter.
And then here you go, being his petty self.
Oh, me.
It remind me of something.
He's being his petty self over here.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Only he knows what that joke means.
I'm taking the high road on that one.
I'm gonna tell you something funny after the show too.
Oh my god. And no, I don't think we should. If we keep saying it, we should never do an after show.
No.
Because I feel like
the stuff we talk about,
we put our after show on whatever platform we put it on. We can. They're gonna put us on.
We would have to have our own rights to like Roku TV and stuff like that.
It would have to be on like OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Only a select few have to pay to get on.
Maybe we do like Patreon or something like that, and it'd be like, hey.
And I didn't say OnlyFans for nasty stuff.
No. Because
I'm pointing to this one.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
No.
Like I asked you before, did you see the TikTok where the dude had got his first OnlyFans page? He got a $20,000 check. He gave it to a sister to pay her college tuition by showing his dick.
And so that's what you
Lady.
want to do. That's what you
I'm
want
about to go do some manscaping tonight, so don't be surprised if you get that OnlyFans request tomorrow.
I swear.
But I know in the House of Howie, they at one point they had their OnlyFans page for exclusive content.
Yeah, we not going.
I'm just saying, I'm working on some other things. We might keep that door open.
But I'm not talking about the nasty stuff.
Huh?
See, this one I'm talking about right
I'm just saying, there's a market for
Shout out to Super Cool Cat. Yo, Super Cool Cat, when you coming back through for another interview, man?
There's a market for everything for everybody. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not going to involve myself in your shenanigans.
Poet True Radio Network After Dark.
After dark.
You can run that, okay? The After Dark.
I've been laying the groundwork for a little while.
I'm sure you have.
Oh, Lord.
My LLCs and such, but you know, some things in motion.
This man working on the LLC to be nasty.
Yeah,
You know what?
if you're in the market for getting some exposure in certain areas,
See,
you know,
this is what I'm talking
you're
about,
looking
right?
to get out there on different platforms and need some assistance,
Um,
feel free to contact
This man sound like a whole town.
because we can collaborate and, you know, the 15%, we can take care of it all.
We're taking, there's three of us. You gotta take 20%.
All right, for 25%, we'll take care of you. You'll be having one of them $6 million mansions like a old girl got meet you outside girl before.
Bad baby. All right. So let me run down these tour dates again before we get off air.
You can make some money, baby.
So in Philly, it is June 18th. I will be there. I'll be doing interviews. June 19th is a Sunday, so we'll be back. And the At the Bar crew, hopefully everybody could be there. We'll be doing interviews at on the spot interviews there. We'll have the mics. We'll have the lights. I think he said it's enough floors that we'll actually have our own particular area to do the interviews in. However, if you are not one of the good talkers and you can't articulate your words, even if we interview you, I'm probably going to cut your shit and edit your shit out. I'll be honest with you. I don't have the patience or the time for that. So make sure that you ain't too drunk or too high to have an intelligent conversation. Because if you're not, I'm going to tell you now, you're going to be like, my interview is going to air, and it's going to be on the date of never. I'm very upfront about this shit. June 24th is Richmond. I probably won't be there. I might be at the Raleigh joint and the North Carolina joint. Maybe we can get CP3 out there. You know, he likes country white women.
We got some connection. You said Raleigh?
We got Raleigh and Charlotte.
Okay, yeah, Charlotte. I know Paul the Boxer got that. I got my cousin.
Raleigh is ghetto as fuck. When I did my training, Raleigh had a movie theater that was just hood. Like when I told the lady I went to the movie theater, she was like, "Yeah, don't go back to that movie theater," because when I was walking to the movie theater, somebody got shot in back of me. I was like, "Oh, that's something nice to tell me." After I've seen the movie, why would y'all put us in a hotel next to this movie theater?
Right. Does that mean someone got shot outside the hotel?
Yeah. Then on the 16th, there's West Virginia. Then it's on the 23rd, Miami. I repeat, I will not be going to Miami. I gave Miami too much money last year. Me and Miami need to have an official breakup, and we need some time away from each other.
I did that a while ago. It's been a while because I need to reunite with Miami soon.
I was supposed to be in Orlando that weekend, but my plans have changed.
And then I'm definitely trying to go to the New York one, but I'm more so. I still got some vacation time left. I'm probably going to take off for the Houston, which is the 13th.
August?
Yes. I really want to do the Houston. I may just have to, crash at my sister's place or whatever. The food in Houston, I really want to go to Houston.
You driving or you flying?
Probably flying. Why? You want to drive down to Houston?
Driving is rough.
I ain't did that driving, so that's ain't shit. 22 hours.
If you haven't done it in a
So,
while.
Yeah,
but if you want to do that, then you need to let me know so I can talk to Renegade so you can take off. And we got 2 drivers.
I'm gonna be out of town that weekend.
So it's in August.
August.
I can't even hop along with y'all.
Houston is August 13th. I really wish you wasn't because I'm mad. We would all go down there and get an Airbnb. It'd be the littest. It'd be the lit. We'd be just doing everything.
Yeah, that's my family vacation.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be there.
August 20th, Detroit. I will not be in Detroit. I'm just letting you know.
Shoot them up. Somebody did.
And then then it's September 3rd, which is Atlanta. I'm probably not gonna be in Atlanta because it's I don't know. If I'm off that weekend, I'll probably be in Atlanta.
My baby
But-
graduate that weekend.
But the thing about that is, we're going right back to Atlanta at the end of October for AC3. Which one? The 20? The third? Oh, I definitely won't be there then, because that's my weekend of work.
That's
Because I think I got to work that Monday.
yeah. That's
Yeah, that's my weekend of work, so I won't be there. Yeah, but the 20, usually the last week in when they do AC3, I definitely will be in AC3. So if y'all want to plan for something for AC3, we normally, when it was me, even if it's just me and Renegade, we normally do an Airbnb. It's gonna be like the 23rd of. I'll give you the dates. I'll see when it's usually AC3 weekend. We could probably do something, there.
Working on some investors right now, so yeah. See if I can make something happen. If I can get some influx of cash, then I can take off maybe a couple of days. I'm definitely trying to hit some of these spots.
But I am so ready for this June 18th because we're gonna be in Philly. Philly, I ain't been to Philly in a while. Philly always shows us a lot of love. Like when a Renegade, even not everything Renegade performing, just in general with the artists, Philly appreciates artistry. So it's always a dope city, and hopefully I can, if we're in town, hopefully I can, if Gilly's available, maybe I can even score a quick interview with Gilly or Wallow or something like that. I know Gilly, I don't really know Wallow, but I can, maybe I score an interview with both of them or something.
I ain't been affiliated with me.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got any kids in Philly?
The way he
The way you was reminiscing, I thought maybe you got like a lost child.
No, it was good family times up there.
The way he was looking.
He was looking like it's either you was missing a cheesesteak or a kid. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
You told I said more cheese. You told us many stories in Philly, so I don't think you should go.
I mean, I was in different parts of Philly. I was in South Philly.
Yeah, I love South Philly. South Street, that's my shit.
Yeah, I was around.
You was in Chester?
Yeah, I was around Chester.
Yeah, you was in the hood. You look like a Chester nigga.
And I was in North Jersey and South Philly. I mean, no.
What part of North Jersey?
No, we was in South Jersey. No, hold on.
North Jersey is the rough part.
So, if we was in Philly, we was in South Philly for some of the time. Then we went to North Philly with some of my other folks. And then we ended up in South Jersey.
Okay. That's a little more laid back. South Jersey is more laid back.
But then we ended up in Patterson.
That's North Jersey.
Yeah, so I don't know how the fuck we got out there, but I had to get the fuck out of there.
How did you not know that?
Because it was the 4th of July weekend, and we ended up.
So y'all was just driving.
It was a crazy weekend because.
No, first of all,
how do you just end up in Patterson?
First of all,
you don't just end up in Patterson.
First of all, you need.
Family is, and you don't just end up in Patterson.
You don't.
Like, who do you know in Patterson?
You doing some reckless stuff, because first of all, you don't just be in any parts of Philly.
Or Jersey.
And then go and then go to random parts of Jersey.
At that point in my life, of some of the things I was doing, some of the people I was riding with.
But who did you know? Who did y'all know in Jersey?
Well, it was the July 4th weekend.
How do you go from South Philly to North Jersey?
Because it was a crazy weekend. We started out in Maryland.
What?
We went to Virginia Beach.
That is so the wrong direction.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We started out in the Virginia Beach picking up my brother's brother.
And then y'all went 13. Oh.
Then we drove from Virginia Beach to Philly. That was July 4th, I think, was Saturday or Sunday. And Friday we got off. We went to pick him up in Virginia Beach. No, that we came back to Maryland, came back to the house, chilled out, smoked. Next morning we got up, went to Philly, and chilled out up there with his cousin. And then they said, hey, it's a party up in
Philly.
Yeah, in North Philly. Y'all want to go?
Well, how did you go to South Philly?
No, because we started out in South Philly.
Oh, okay.
And they said it's a party in North Philly. Y'all want to go? So we went to the party in North Philly, and then somebody that was riding with us said something about going to Patterson. So
CP3.
I don't know. I was just driving.
CP3.
I had a Suburban, so it was full. We were smoking.
That's a lot of
was
gas.
drinking. It was this one gas was 99 cents a gallon.
CP3, we tired of your lives. We're just gonna play a song and end the show.
I'm just saying.
We're tired of your lives.
It was a crazy weekend, man. We ended up in down Virginia Beach twice. By the whole weekend, we ended up going to Virginia Beach.
Yeah, coming from the roof, yeah, with a top-down view of you, yeah. And I can't help but tell you, ain't words could put it right, the things you do. Baby, you cry like, you is, you out, you ride like, you up, you lie like, you sip, you drink, you drunk like, ooh girl, I'm loving the way we fell in love, and I couldn't find no one just like you. We felt drunk in love. Hey look baby, I know I took too many shots and we be up, but girl I still know how to fall from the night we met. Watching up on the sunset to the day we set it out. I can say for sure that you amazing, girl, you got it all. Baby, you out, you got that. You is, you up, you out, you up, you up, you like that. You sip, you drink, you drop like.
Go figure. You were the one to tell me about the bigger picture.
Baby, can we pop this bottle? I'ma put you right back up in the morning. Say that you like it, that's something I do for you and only you. Baby, you got like, baby, you lie like, you sip, you drink, you drunk like, you got it all. Got it all, yeah. Got it all. You got it all, baby. You got it all, baby. You got it all, baby. You got that.
Hey, you sexy baby. Hey, you know it. You ain't gotta hide it no more.
Hi, you reached the list and leave your name and your number after the beep.
I told you that I got you and I told you that I love you, but I'm knowing that you tired of hearing the same thing. Supposed to be is in a whip, switching the same lanes, and I'm knowing that it's hard, but baby, just don't change. I don't wanna break your heart or contribute no more pain, cause without you like a dog, I be going so insane. I don't wanna break this bond, we link just like chains, and I know that shit get hard, but baby, it's gon' rain.
You said I don't have to worry. You said that nigga ain't me. You know he shattered my heart, but you said you pick up the pieces. Promise after promises. You gon' do that and you do this. All I get is your excuses. So damn tired of your excuses. Now I'm starting to feel like being with you is such a mistake. And every time I call it quits, calling my phone begging me to stay. Like a fool, I take you back, cause I'm a fool for love and you count on that. And here we go, around again, on love's merry-go round again. You say you treat me much better, say we'll be in love forever. You break my heart, you say never. You say I'm sorry, whatever. You say you treat me much better, say we'll be in love forever. You break my heart, you say never. You say I'm sorry, whatever. I didn't start loving me more than I'm loving these niggas. And once I start loving myself, I won't even trip all these niggas. The hurt from my past got me tripping, so I'm borderline insecure. I think that's why I take your bullshit, but I'm not taking your shit no more. And now I'm starting to feel like being with you is such a mistake. And every time I call it quits, calling my phone begging me to stay. Like a fool, I take you back, cause I'm a fool for love and you count on that. And here we go, around again, on love's merry-go round again. You say you treat me much better, say we'll be in love forever. You break my heart, you say never. You say I'm sorry, whatever. You say you treat me much better, say we'll be in love forever. You break my heart, you say never. You say I'm sorry, whatever. You say you could be, you would be better. You say you could be, you would be better. You say you treat me better, say we be in love forever. You break my heart, you say never. You say I'm sorry, whatever. You say you treat me much better, say we be in love forever. You break my heart, you say never. You say I'm sorry, whatever. You say you treat me much better, say we be in love forever. You break my heart, you say never. You say I'm sorry, whatever. You say you treat me much better, say we be in love forever. You break my heart, you say never. You say I'm sorry, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Ross.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
See the world getting colder, mine getting older. Do you ever think about everybody's drama and come back with karma? And that's just pain. When life looking down, always a drain. Weight on your shoulders, everything starts to change. You scared cause you think you'll never be same. And that's just pain. When living this life, it always be pain. Hopefully last one night, and that's just pain. Everything be alright when you going through pain. And that's just my temper be pushing my limits. Mama be stressing when I get the visit. Cause I'm late with the rent and I haven't repaired, I need better decisions. I've been buzzing my ass, trying to get cash, the Lord is my witness. Praying for a piece of love, get over the drugs, see what I'm missing. Pops left me some pain, it's getting harder just to tell him I miss him. No matter what, we never perfect, and I'm always gonna forgive him. So now with the talking, you getting exhausted and just not to listen. Don't kick when I'm falling, cause I put my all in to get to some riches. Nothing will be the same, like a spent bill, people change. Expect the most from a nigga, even when I say keep the change. Need more time with my sister, but too many people speak your name. I'm working hard, man, I'm catching blisters, and it's starting to hurt when it rains. Don't mind me, I'm going through it, sweat it off when I just go to in life looking down, always in the drain. Weight on your shoulders, everything starts to change. You scared cause you think you'll never be the same. And that's just pain. When living this life, it always be pain. Hopefully last one night, and that's just pain. Everything be alright when you're going through pain. And that's just